Welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild, my friends. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master and host for Shadows of Greyhawk. We're diving back into the wonderful world of Greyhawk. We've got some awesome people here to play. We've got some awesome people in the chat, so we're very, very excited for you all being here tonight. We've got some announcements to get through, but first I would love to introduce these wonderful people who are here and ready to play. Let's go ahead and start with Jose, please. Jose, tell everybody who you are and what you've got going on and where they can find you.
My name is Jose. I am a illustrator in the TTRPG space. I've got art that I do. It's out there in the world. Is there a link up?
Yep, there's a link to your portfolio site. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, short and sweet. You guys go check out the portfolio site. I'm just going to go ahead and let everybody know that this there we go. The logo above all of our heads there. Jose did that, and you're going to see some other really cool stuff that Jose did. In fact, you know what? Let's put that on right now. Let's do it, just because Jose surprised us all with some absolutely fantastic character art. So with the character art as a prompt, we'll go next to Andy G3D. Andy, welcome back, my friend.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D, here on Twitch and other places around the internet. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Come check us out on our Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. Tonight, I'm playing a dwarf named Torben, but we'll get into all that later.
Torben. Can't wait to see what's up with Torben. And I probably, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead and tell us who you're playing. Jose, I don't know if you told folks which character you're playing, so let's reverse it back over to you real quick.
Sure, I'm playing Osric, who is of the Boneyard in Diamond Lake. He's a follower of Weejas.
All right, Weejas, which is going to feature prominently, I'm sure, in these adventures that we dive into. It's where the dead go to rest. All right, we will next go over to Anna. Anna, welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. Glad to have you here playing with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Tell us about yourself. I mean, everybody here knows you because they know you.
I'm Anna Meyer, and I sit and do maps of places that don't exist, especially in Greyhawk, but kind of exist. So yeah, so that's what I normally do. And then I'm on Twitch and stuff. Sometimes in Lord Gazumba channel. Sometimes I do live streams, sit and do maps on my own channel, and yeah. So that's what I do.
Anna, we're so happy to have you. Your maps, as we put the links in the chat all the time. We've got Anna's Patreon up right now, so consider supporting Anna's efforts because they are absolutely fantastic. And every time I sit in on your stream and watch what you're doing, it just blows my mind. So it's just an honor to have you here playing with us. And your maps have been a huge inspiration. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the maps. There we go. So people can go check that out. Yeah, thank you so much, Anna.
So and tonight I'm going to play Rona. She's a thief and a human thief and a new arrival in town, so to speak.
Yes, and liable to get into a lot of trouble, I'm thinking.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. We'll see what happens with that. And last but certainly not least, Shelly, welcome back.
I don't know why you got to put me after Anna. Like,
I'll put you first next time, I promise.
I'm Shelly, also known as Flea Monkey, and I play this game. That's my God. I also play on Wednesday nights over on Tidalnos' channel.
There we go.
Hey. So I got something.
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, you guys, tonight I'm playing Goldie Bramble Dance because I like a character with a short ass name. And
thank you for that.
I am a Lightfoot halfling who is your local dishwasher at the local dive.
Which is named?
Dishwasher.
The Come On In.
What a great name. It's probably within walking distance of Goldie's home. In fact, she lives in the barn.
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy to spell this tavern for you guys anytime you ask.
I love it. I love it. We have photo documentation that it exists. Okay. You guys, this is goofy. We're already getting into the shenanigans and off track. My mind is racing right now because I'm so excited to dive into this game. I do want to say a couple things. You'll probably hear some music tonight, and we oftentimes are using music from Tabletop Audio. So I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you to go check out their stuff. Awesome, creative people who are making regularly new audio tracks that we utilize all the time for the games that we play. So big shout out to that crew that's making that. And we'll be using Owl Bear Rodeo if we get into some map stuff. I've already talked a little bit about Anna's stuff. Go check out Anna's mappings. It's absolutely fantastic. And Jose, thank you again for the great character art, the logo. We appreciate you. And it's great to have the creativity of all these people together. So thank you. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I did want to also say, let's go back over here. I got to remember this, big time tomorrow. We are also starting another absolutely fantastic game, the House of Eidolons. So you're definitely going to want to come back and check that out tomorrow. It's a cyberpunk heist-like setting. I'm very excited to play. There's a bunch of great folks that are going to be playing with me. It is going to be run by our good friend Penborough, aka Paul, who is just a swell dude. And I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's a really fun system that we're all going to have a good time getting to know. So please come back tomorrow for more fun. Our production is going to be handled by Josh, aka Gunvald. So we'll have a good time with that as well. So thank you to everybody who's been involved with that. Our production team, Shelly and Shiv, and Alex, and the folks who are helping to promote these things and to help us get things up and running, and Andy for providing some technical guidance and helping us get things up and going with these new games. I really appreciate all of you for being part of that. And I guess I should also say that if you are interested in playing more games in your lives and you want some fun people to play games with, we do have a great little Discord community. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. We launched in January a new community games program. So each month we'll have a handful of games that are open for anyone to sign up for. There is some limited space, but we're seeking out more GMs to play games, and we've already got a couple of game submissions for February. We had our first game last weekend. It went really well. We've got another game coming up. Last week we played Mothership. We've got a game coming up run by Brian, and that's a Dungeon Crawl Classics. And there's going to be more games next month. So if you're interested in getting in on some of that action, please stop by. Yes, we did mention your name, Alex. Thank you very much for helping us put all that together. Stop by the Discord, get involved. We're pretty welcoming community and a lot of fun. What's up, Phantom? Great to see you in the chat. All right, I think for the most part, I got all the announcements that we might have. Come by and check out House of Eidolons tomorrow. Okay. What do you guys think? Should we get into this game? I think we should start it.
No, I think we're done.
Should we call it? We're good?
Yeah.
It's only been like 3 hours of announcements. Level two. All right, well, look, let's get into it. I've got a little bit of a preamble to kind of set the stage for you guys, and then we'll hand it over to you to do what you will. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. All right. It is 579 of the common year, and tensions are building across the Flyness. Whispers of elemental evil stirring in the dark reaches of the gnarly forest. The dreaded empire of Ayus, the old one amassing legions of orcs, fiends, and worse, his gaze fixed hungrily upon the Horn Society and the Shield Lands, Furiondi. To the east, the Great Kingdom stirs, its tyrannical lords pressuring Nairon to its breaking point. Even the wisest sages tremble, calling it the calm before the storm, a great war poised to engulf the land in fire and shadow. Yet here in the Cairn Hills, where our story begins, such talk feels distant, hollow amidst the trials of everyday life and the survival in this rowdy mining town. Just 3 days' ride from the Free City lies Diamond Lake, a muddy smudge of iron and slag that's long since marred the shimmering waters of the town's namesake. Now the air is thick with smoke from the smelting house, while the streets teem with drunks, desperate miners, and scheming gangs. And for those with grit and a little luck, Diamond Lake offers opportunity. Case in point, A small halfling butcher named Zeb Loosebottom has a big problem. Besides the unfortunate surname, north of Diamond Lake's graveyard, which is referred to as, Jose mentioned, the Boneyard, ravenous monsters have staked their claim on the grazing allotment where Loosebottom grazes his prized goat herd. Desperate and unable to spare more coin for hired hunters or even Fester Trollump, the local trapper, he's turned to a ragtag group of adventurers. You. This job is simple enough. Track the beasts, scare them off, or kill them outright. But as we know, even simple tasks have a way of spiraling into chaos. The soaked streets, the uneasy air, the rumors of something lurking beneath the town all hint at the truth. This is no ordinary town. This is no ordinary time. The world is changing. The question is, my friends, what role will you play in the coming storm? But I digress. Here you guys stand, the four of you, well into your investigation. The pouring rain coming down. You're north of town. It's midday, maybe early afternoon. The promise of 8 gold pieces and a buckling goat as your reward, should you manage to fix Loosebottom's problem. So what I'd like to do is go around the table here one by one. I'd like you to describe again who you are, in the sense of like, who is your character? What do you look like? How did you get roped into this? And what have you done so far in this preamble, this prologue, in this prologue adventure? What have you done to get to the bottom of this mystery? Based on your answer, I'll probably have you make a roll of some kind to see sort of what the outcome might be. So let's go ahead and start with Jose. Osric.
Yes, Osric is a tallish, lanky young man. He's probably around 18 or so. He's got a mop of black hair, very pale, and he's got a port wine stain covering the right side of his face. And he works at the Boneyard. And I would imagine, he wears a greenish gray robes with a cowl. And I think that he probably would have gotten roped into this because of what's going on at the Boneyard itself. There might be some relation, that at least Osric's probably thinking there might be some relation between some desecrated graves and whatever's going on north of the Boneyard, since it's close-ish to the Boneyard. So that's piqued his interest. That might have something to do with it. But I'm guessing beyond that, he's like, this is an opportunity to make some gold, and I have a buddy who is this trapper ranger extraordinaire. So I'll just have him do most of the work. That's basically what Osric's thinking. Yeah, that's as far as what I've done to get to the bottom of the mystery. I probably would have looked around and try to see if anything in the Boneyard matches what Loosebottom has said about the things attacking his flock, if that has any correlation whatsoever. And then I would have gotten my buddies to bring in their expertise.
Okay. Anything in particular that you would be looking for in the Boneyard?
Tracks. I mean, that's not my forte, but make sure that it wasn't like some human that's doing it. I don't know. It's whatever's happening in the Boneyard is newish. So I want to determine if it's like some animal digging up, desecrating the graves, if it's a person desecrating the graves, and if so, if like the tracks lead off in that direction, maybe.
Okay. All right. Let's start out with our first roll of this campaign. I'm thinking this is probably a intelligence-based check, and it's probably just a normal check. So a 12 is your target on a D20.
Excellent. Booyah.
Natural 20. Okay. So that's a critical success. I would say this, Osric, and you can kind of help to modify this crit if you'd like to, but I would say that a couple of things as you look around, you do see tracks of all kinds. As you recall, the Boneyard had seen some disturbances / desecration. So most of that, we think, at least the members of your order think they put a stop to it potentially. But there are animal tracks that have been seen in and about this, which is not that strange. But there are some fresh tracks of what appear to be dog-like or canid-like creatures that lead out into the hinterlands towards the grazing allotment. So you might have some modification of that, but you get a sense that there is at least a pack of animals that kind of fits the description of Loosebottom gave you.
So it could be a pack of animals that's sort of like peaking, expanding their range maybe, and coming closer to town than they should be maybe.
Quite possibly. Absolutely. Yep. And that helps to lead you towards an area once with all of your companions together to look for and search for what this is. We'll go to Rona next.
Okay, yeah, Rona. She's 20, but she looks more like an androgynous teenager, and she's wearing a leather armor, and she carries a short sword and a short bow and a dagger, and she's kind of the rugged outdoor types. She didn't like to where she came from. She came from a monastery run by some rigid Cuthbertian priests, and she didn't like. And they were trying to persuade inmates and people who've been on the less savory or kind of a strayed from the right way of living, so to speak, to get them back on track again. And Rona kind of picked up a lot of knowledge from those people in that. And then she needed to go and find her own adventure, and here she is. And so she still has a few coins, but we can never have too many, just in case. And she happened to thankfully run into both Osric and Goldie, and it was them to persuaded her to come here, and she wasn't hard to persuade. She just felt like, oh, I'm needed. So what she's done is that she made sure that she has well-oiled, well-sharpened weapons. She looked at every arrow to make sure that they will find their target well, so to speak, if needed. And she has all the goods ready, so to speak. So yeah.
I kind of, in my mind, I see Rona kind of going through this like gear up montage.
Yeah.
You know, like
Rambo.
Yep.
the whole commando thing. Yeah.
She sits out and does that. So she's a little bit has that insecure teenager move, so to speak, but she's stubborn as heck, and that I think is what she feels like her key contribution is her weapons and her stubbornness, unflinching stubbornness.
All right. So in terms of a role to kind of give us an idea of like, are we on the right track of settling this matter that Longbottom set us on? What are you thinking in terms of we've got the gear up, maybe with the stubbornness, maybe a charisma check, as she was like maybe asking more questions of Longbottom before they set off into to the grazing allotment. Let's do that. It'll be a normal check. So 12 is your target. Let's see. I think it rolled twice. Maybe. That's okay. They were both the same, I think.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you rolled a natural 1. So that is
there you go.
Yep. There we go. Here, and you warned us about this, Anna.
Yeah.
All right. So critical failure.
But you see, this is having you to act out. That's not her thing.
Right. So maybe give us a little bit of flavor on how this went horribly wrong.
Well, someone was saying that you need to come here and you need to, and she's like, no, I'm perfectly fine where I am. My friends are I'm waiting for my friends, and someone else is coming and pushing her and dragging her and saying that she shouldn't be here. She should do her duties over somewhere else. And she's like, no, my friends need me, and I'm going to sit here and wait for them. So,
All right. Okay.
And she's polishing her short sword as to undermine what she's saying, so to speak.
Ooh, and while you're polishing it, because of the crit fail, you cut and slice your thumb.
Oh, okay. So then she's kind of
first blood.
It's a start, so to speak. First blood.
Yeah. First blood. All right. Cool.
Damn.
You better keep a bandage on that while you're out there with these monstrous animals about.
Yep.
All right, cool. This is great. We'll go next to Torben.
Hey, okay. Torben is a young dwarf, 30-ish years old. So his beard is still pretty short. He's got dark hair, bushy dark eyebrows, and he obviously kind of shaves his head himself because it's a little scrappy and kind of uneven looking, because he does it with just some random blade that he finds around the house. He's got some leather armor. It's pretty beat up. You can tell he spends a lot of time outdoors, running through the woods. Hunting, trapping is how he typically makes his living, but he's looking to expand on that and get away from his father. He and his father live in a small homestead a few miles outside of town, and they don't get along too well. His dad has a pretty he has like a pretty bad reputation around town just for being kind of a drunken, loudmouth kind of guy. Let's see what else. Torben is armed with a big old battle axe that he saved up for, and some javelins that the idea is that he's gonna hunt with them, that sort of stuff.
Okay. All right. And how did he get roped into this this
he knows
loose bottom
he also
adventure?
knows Fester Trollump is somebody that he knows. Oftentimes sells pelts to him, and he heard about the work through him, I imagine.
Yeah, and maybe another opportunity to perhaps make some additional coin by, if there is wild creatures, sell those hides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, what has Torben done to sort of get us into the investigation and get us closer to solving this mystery?
He is using like his wilderness skills, to kind of try to track these creatures, look for signs of them, like, tracks on the ground, just signs of creatures in the area.
When you're a tracker, signs everywhere, there's signs.
Yep.
Am I right, guys?
Pretty much.
Let's go ahead and get a wisdom check on some tracking. Now, you do have some elements of your character class, right? That would help you
Yes.
here.
I have a survivalist. It's an aspect of the barbarian
Okay.
that Dave came up with. Yes, I get advantage on wilderness survival checks. So would this qualify as one of those?
Does it say anything about tracking in that list? I think it might. I think tracking might actually even get called out. Let's just say yes in this case.
I don't have that sheet that you sent me up right now, but I'll
Okay.
look it up.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage. I'm pretty sure it does have advantage for that particular thing.
Yeah, it lists out a few things. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Nope. Did that work? Nope. All right.
I don't see it.
It was working before, but now it's not working. Here we go.
There it is. Okay, a 10. That was a D12, though, it looks like.
It was? What the? Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, look at the same.
It's the one that has the 20 on it. But yes, I mean, they're both round.
I don't need
roundish.
bifocals, Shelly. Shut up. Ow. Can I take that?
Oh my
10
God.
instead?
Wow. All right.
Right,
So I will
with
say
advantage,
this.
though. It's a little better. 7.
Yeah.
Not
Okay. Yeah. And what's your wisdom bonus? Make sure you add your wisdom.
-1.
Oh no, barbarians. Okay. You find tracks because Osric shows you the tracks, and you and you follow them. You guys probably start out somewhere near where Loose Bottom was grazing his sheep. You had seen them in the boneyard. You follow them out, and you quickly lose them in the tall grass in the rain coming down. But you have, with the help of your companions, at least gone in the right direction. You haven't gotten yourself lost. So I'm keeping track of successes and failures here. Goldie, you might be the one who really influences the outcome here. Tell us a little bit about Goldie, what we see when Goldie steps onto the scene, and what you're doing to help us get through this.
All right. Goldie Bramble Dance is the name once again. Goldie's got some stringy, short blonde hair that looks like she may have also cut her own hair as well, with very blunt scissors and also drunk. So it's not great.
There is a barber
She
shop in Diamond Lake, guys. I'm just saying. It
Don't
might
bother
be.
with
Might be dangerous. Yeah.
No. We've heard stories.
Yeah.
That's true.
That might
That's
take
true.
more than
their
your
hair
coin.
looks
Mhm.
really nice and way too expensive. She's very strong looking. She's also very scarred up. More scarred about her fists, and you can see like some ink or oil. You don't know what it is on her knuckles. Scarred on the face. Let's see, how did she get roped into this? The owner of the tavern, of the Come On In, Mrs. B, has a fondness for halflings, which is probably why she gave me the job, because I break dishes like crazy. But I still have this job, and she lets me also sometimes play my broken lute out in the tavern. And if you look at the lute, you'll see that it's cracked and it's got a little bit of blood on where the crack is. Like maybe I whacked somebody with my lute once or twice. Who's to say?
Oh my God.
So,
Thank you, Jeff.
The Zeb is also a halfling, and she would really like to help out Zeb because of the aforementioned fondness for halflings. So she's asked Goldie to do it, and Goldie will help because she's under the impression that maybe B will turn a blind eye more often when she punches drunks in the tavern for not enjoying her music or her
Wow.
singing.
That's some serious motivation.
Yeah, I just want to fight. I don't care why. So, she is probably going to play her broken lute and do some singing, lyrically speaking about maybe what could be going on in the boneyard, but she's singing about monsters, and if she knows about the four-legged creatures yet, she'll sing about that a little bit just to see if like she can get people talking in the tavern and maybe get a pinpoint to the location of something. She's just looking for info via her terrible singing and lute playing.
Okay, so she's working the crowd.
She's working
little
the
bit.
crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There could be a punch if people give her some shit though too.
Working them over.
Working them
That's
over,
another
that's right.
option. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So the interesting thing about the Come On In is that aside from having to reuse their plates and bowls regularly, sometimes with multiple parties in the same dining table, there are not a lot of, I don't know, how do you say this, customers? Now, whether that's because of the quality of the food, the swill, or the music, nobody's saying anything, Goldie. Don't worry. But why don't you give me why don't you go ahead and give me a charisma-based check, please? This will be a normal check for you.
All right, charisma. Here we go. That's let's see, -1, so 15.
There we go. There's a success. Okay, so there's definitely one person in the Come On In tonight listening to you attempt to play, maybe even try to sing, and it's Blackjack. This is the dwarven patron that is there almost all the time, and he is a very friendly but super inebriated individual who works intermittently at the. He probably knows Torben's father. You know, they're probably like old drinking buddies, but they got in a fight, so they don't really hang out together too much anymore. Maybe that's a side quest. We can bring them back together. But Blackjack is, he always claps when you finish a song, even though most people are leaving or booing. He always claps, and he calls you kid because he thinks you're a child. He doesn't know you're a halfling. But he does. Yeah. So you are a kid. You're a small halfling child. But he gives you some information that he saw what he believes to be a pack of dogs that were running on the fields north of town. So at least you know what you might be up against. Combining that with the idea that you have so a tracker in your wizard, not so much in your barbarian on this particular evening. And you've got a bleeding companion in Rona who seems to be dripping a blood trail.
That's nothing.
Don't worry about that. Rona's just kind of gone pale at this point as you're all standing out in the field, just kind of slowly bleeding out. And Anna, it was really fun having you here, Anna. Let's give a round of applause. She killed herself. No, so with that information, that puts you at the number of successes that you needed. There we go. You are able to find through your investigation a goat, a dead goat that is laying in a pool of blood. Okay. And around it, you see more of these tracks, Osric, and you point them out to your barbarian companion, and you hone in on those as well, Torben. You can see that there are tracks in the mud. There is matted down tall grass, as if these individuals, maybe 5 or 6, maybe dogs, maybe coyotes, maybe wolves, were in this spot. There's a dead goat before you. You follow the blood trail, not Rona's blood trail, because that would be confusing, but you follow a different blood trail that leads you to what looks like a den in the ground, a hole in the ground. As you sit and watch the den to see what happens, you see a fox that races in from the rain, sneaking in, looking about, doesn't seem to see you, and it goes to the front of the den, and it drops a rabbit at the front of the den, and you watch as there are 4 small kits, juvenile foxes, that come out of the den and come up and they're yipping and yapping, and they're tearing at this rabbit. What do you guys want to do?
Does that match the tracks that we found?
Mm-hmm.
A fox?
It's a direct trail right to this spot.
Can't hear you, Andy.
I've never heard of a fox taking down a goat before. This can't be right.
No, that doesn't seem right. But the tracks lead straight here. Oh.
Are you sure you got it right? I mean, I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty
I
sure.
lost the trail.
Look, we all have
back.
I know you did. We all have a strong suits. You have a very big axe. I'm sure you're.
I mean, I have been doing this for a while.
But the tracks, as you can see, lead right to this den. I don't see how this singular fox is taking out so many goats for it to be such an issue for the farmer.
Oh, it's a cavern. I mean, whatever's inside is what's doing it. It's not these babies. It's not that fox, right? Let's go in. Let's go in.
I mean, if anything, I would like to relocate the foxes. I mean, it'd be a shame to destroy these creatures.
So is this hole big enough that we can go into it? So it's like
Your
much bigger than a
halfling
fox.
friend certainly could.
Ah, there you go. So yeah.
All right, Goldie, crawl in there.
You got it.
Oh, wait, I was kidding.
Okay. What are we gonna do then? We can make it bigger.
How about we sit and watch it for a little bit?
Yeah, we could do that, or we could watch the goats themselves and see what attacks them. I mean,
Yeah, we sit
it
here.
makes most sense.
Watch
But
the goat.
I think that makes more sense.
Should we claim
Sure
the
you don't-
goat? Like we sit here and own it and see who comes will try to take it from us, or should we sit over there in the bushes and sit and kind of ambush whatever comes to it?
Well,
I say we hide.
Okay.
what direction is the wind coming from?
Good
The
point,
wind is
Jay.
coming from the east.
I wish you move in that direction.
You guys, yeah. I know I'm just
It's
like
okay.
a dishwasher, but listen, I think we want to be downwind, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not to
yeah,
not to take
definitely.
your thunder there, Mr. Barbarian or Mr.
You can call me
Tracker.
It's all right.
Mister.
Goldie, you're
Mr. Torben, if you please.
Mr. Torben. Fine. Should we get downwind?
I'm just messing with you, kid.
Well, kid, really? Okay. We're the,
Goldie's no kid. Goldie is. What do we say, Goldie? When you're out here, you're not in the tavern. You're my bodyguard. Remember.
yeah, I'm your bodyguard, and when we're together, we're family, right?
That's
We said
right.
that.
Right.
You said that.
I said that, and you didn't say anything, so I just assumed you agreed.
I nodded my head. Well, then let's get to it. Where did the mom go? Where did
So as you are having this conversation off to the side, you look back and you can see that she's sort of like kind of being playful with the kids, and they tear up the rabbit, and then the small foxes go back into the burrow, and the mom is looking about, and then she kind of spooks and she stops and she's kind of like looking off in the opposite direction from where you are, and then she runs and disappears, and you watch as this small pack of what appear to be maybe coyotes or dogs
well, there we
sort
go.
of amble up towards where this burrow is, and they're kind of sniffing around the burrow.
I think it's the dogs.
Yeah, I think that's our culprit.
They
How
look
far away?
feral. I mean, you're a good 30 feet away, maybe, you know, give or take. Enough to not be seen yet or noticed or smelled.
Has Torben ever seen creatures like this before?
Oh, I would say, yeah. I mean, you're aware that there are a lot of stray dogs in this area around Diamond Lake that have either been just sort of forgotten or had owners at one point, or have just been breeding and have gone more or less feral and have caused some problems.
Dogs?
I think that could be it. Do they look like they're gonna attack the fox kids?
Kind of, yeah. They look like they're sniffing around, like maybe they're thinking about going in.
I think we should act preemptively.
I
Can
don't
I-
know.
Can we identify
Goats?
the leader, pack
Dogs
leader?
and goats?
Dog.
Let's see. Yeah, give me a wisdom check, Osric. It's gonna be a hard check for you, so your target's gonna be a 15. It's not really your forte.
Boy, nope, no, it ain't.
There we go. Yeah, what'd you roll, a 2?
I
Yeah,
rolled a 2.
it's hard to say. I mean, these dogs are, or whatever they might be, these mangy sort of feral dogs are just kind of fighting with each other a little bit. They're snarling at each other. It's hard to tell if there's an alpha among them or not.
How many of them are there?
There are 4. Mm-hmm. One of them's got his head kind of buried down inside.
I think we should act before they see us. What do you think?
Well, if they eat one of the foxes, then they might be dragging some blood back. We could find where they go. I mean, we're not here to protect foxes, right?
No, but we have this pack of wild dogs that matches the description of what we're looking for, and they haven't spotted us yet. So I don't know if there's any more of the
shoot
pack
one.
than these.
Well, if they're
Are they within range?
Oh yeah,
Dave,
30
are
feet.
Sure. Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
there any goats around?
No, the butcher, Loose Bottom, had taken his goats in because he was concerned that they were going to be, killed. Basically,
We found a dead goat.
you
already.
did. Yeah,
Did
you
it
found
look
one.
like it'd been eaten?
Yeah, it had been scavenged.
Okay.
Hmm.
How many dogs are there?
There are 4 that you can see.
There are 4 of us. Rona loses an arrow.
I'm gonna
And
cast
closes
mage
one.
armor on myself before. we start.
All right, Rona,
You
go
see,
ahead and
I'm
give me an
taking out the
attack
bow
roll.
and you're kind of, okay, now here we go. Yeah.
Yep, give me an attack roll, please. So it's going to be a dexterity based. So add your dex mod.
Oh, hang on a second. Then I have to roll again. Yep. Hang on a second. I need to add a plus. Hang on
That
a second. How do I add a +2?
Just you can just roll the die and then add it.
I rolled a d20. So yeah. So you can check and see what I got.
Yeah, you rolled a 2. You take the shot and it goes wide, and the dogs start to
disappears.
run off. They kind of
disappeared so far
scatter.
away, they didn't even hear it. It went
Right, well.
90 degrees.
Well,
forward.
they scatter. It like hits a
okay.
rock nearby. They're pretty attuned, and the one that has its head deep in the burrow like pulls out and looks around, and that's
Two
when
plus
2
two,
foxes converge on the last of the dogs as they're running away and take it down. 2 foxes take it down,
There you go.
defending their their litter, and then they both disappear down into the burrow, leaving a dead dog laying there.
Yep.
The other 3 dogs having disappeared into the rain.
It's a dog eat dog world out here.
I don't think it was the dogs that did it. I don't know.
They seem
No.
to spook very easily. I feel like a goat
Yeah.
would brand the shit out of these things.
Yeah, and the dogs,
Yeah.
you know, they want to like eat your trash and like, you know, they're
Yeah. We should
it's easier for them to scavenge things.
Foxes.
I
Yeah.
feel like.
Well, we can talk about this, or we can just go up and look at the dog and see what. And as she's saying this, she's kind of like, she's got her fist up and she's walking towards
Oh,
the corpse.
I gotta stick with Goldie.
Let's at least look
Yeah.
at the dog, right?
Yeah, you go up and look at the dog, and it looks like it's probably never been housebroken. Like it's been living in the grasslands and in the rocky crags around Diamond Lake, probably getting up. Now, Goldie, you've seen Bee's son Tom Tom is like really good with animals, and there are strays in town that people don't pay a whole lot of mind to, cats and dogs, but they're a little bit more easygoing. And people like Tom Tom, for one, will feed them scraps like at the end of the day. So sometimes you'll go out behind the come on in, and there's Tom Tom, who doesn't say, he never speaks or anything. And he's kind of this big, young man like individual, but he's always like feeding these strays. These do not look like that at all. These look like mangy, gnarled, rough and tumble creatures of the grasslands. And you look down, and this thing is dead. It's laying on the ground. You have this mangy dog laying there. You don't know for sure if it took down the goats or not, but there it is. What would you guys like to do?
There's a way to find out, maybe. I'll
open?
check. That was my Goldie.
Oh.
We're thinking alike already. I'm gonna check his mouth. Number one, check his teeth.
Mm.
If there's like recent evidence of food being
Okay.
raw meat being
Yep.
eaten. And then if I can't determine anything there, I will cut him open.
Okay, yeah. So you pull back his lips and you look inside the mouth, and the left canine is just broken off. It looks like it's been broken for a long time. So he only has one canine on the right side, and you don't see any identification of any animals in its mouth. But as you cut open its stomach to take a look inside, you do see all kinds of goat hair inside.
Ha!
Oh, look
Found
at
one of
that.
our culprits.
they've been eating goats. Well, I mean, it could have been dead already. You know, it could have been eating dead goat.
That's usually how that works. You think they could have been eating something else's kill?
It's possible.
Well, you know how we saw the mother fox just feed to her babies? Maybe there's like a mother dog, big dog here that feeds them. I mean, should we see if we can follow them where they ran?
We could always give it a shot.
Don't worry, I'll keep you safe, Osric.
I appreciate it. Go
As
look,
you're gonna
Yeah,
try to
just look
follow the
around.
tracks, and it's like the rain is coming down. Things are being washed away at this point. You're hard pressed to find any tracks of these dogs that ran off, scattering onto the landscape.
Where's
Well,
Rona look right now?
I say we just keep watch again.
She probably stopped her bleeding at some point,
Okay.
right, Rona? You're not bleeding anymore, are you?
No, I'm not bleeding. Oh, well, now she might take like this and spit it out to spread some scent for beasts to come.
Rona, do you have a thin blood?
Lure them in.
Well, we have evidence, so let's bring this kill back.
Yeah,
Maybe we can
that's a
get
good
partial
start.
payment or something.
Yeah,
Whatever you say.
at least they've done something for him. So yeah, a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay, so you are going
to
to
gold.
you're going to
Yeah.
take the evidence with you and head
Yep.
back to engage with loose
Loose bottom.
loose bottom Zeb. Good old
Yeah.
Zeb. All right, so you guys show back up to Zeb's, and he looks down at what you're carrying as you kind of drop it on his front porch in front of his butcher shop. He's like, "Thank the gods, you've done it."
We've done it. We have indeed. And I show him the evidence of the goat hairs in the stomach. Found.
It's unequivocal. This is the beast that did it? Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
Rona almost feels sorry for Loose Button, even more sorry now. Yeah.
He says, wait right here. A deal is a deal. I'll make good on my end of the bargain. And he closes the door and goes inside his butcher shop as the four of you stand there looking down at this dead dog with its belly split open. And he comes back up and he digs into a coin purse and he says, yeah, like I said, 8 gold pieces. Thanks for saving me flock. And he hands each of you 2 gold.
Rona
then
hands one back and say, this might only been the start. We don't know if it's the end of it. So she hands one back.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Well, you didn't finish the job. He's just about to hand Torben his second coin, and he kind of like pulls it back. So you're not done with the work yet. Is that what you're saying?
We're done with all the work we know. We just want you to not overpay right way. I'm willing to go out again. Go kill some more stuff for you.
So like on retainer, basically.
Grinning at Rona. Good. Yes. That's
Yeah,
that's not an inaccurate assessment.
She's been around these Cuthbertian priests too long. She thinks that you should be whatever and kind of and she's learning the hard way. So
We'll talk. However, we will need a retainer because this will take more than one night. So
he tucks Torben's second gold in his pocket, and he says,
then Rona hands here's my gold. Then take it, Torben, so you're good. And then I'll sneer at him a little bit and say that. Yeah.
Okay, but did Osric and Goldie get 2?
yes, he gave you each 2, and then he gave Rona. Yep, yeah. Rona gave one of hers back, and then
and she sneers a little bit towards Zeb and like smiles like yeah.
He did promise us a goat as well. That's worth something as well.
Yeah. The goat. About that.
What about it?
Maybe I'll keep Thelma.
Well, that's fair, I suppose. Now that Rona's spilled.
Don't look at me like that. He pulls out one of the coins and gives it to Rona. Please look away.
Thank you. Yep.
7 gold
she looks
for.
sternly at him and nods and like thank you, and then she takes it.
By the way, you're bleeding a little bit there on the front porch.
Yep.
Well, very well. I guess that's it for now. Let me know when you've done more to help me.
We will.
Where are
Goldie's
you?
gonna rip part of her shirt off too and hand it over to Rona. Put this on your cut right now. I mean, you gotta stop bleeding.
It
Right?
will stop bleed eventually. Yeah.
Or now.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
I've
then,
bled enough to
okay,
know
Thank you.
it might not.
Okay.
Rub a little mud on it.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely not a good idea.
Not around here.
Not around
I
here.
guess.
Not the
Oh
town.
yeah, not in town.
Yeah.
You
Rona,
want-
do you have some sort of thin blood disease or something
Might
we
be.
should know about?
Yeah. Might be. Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that sort of thing.
Well, that's the thing. You've seen how she rolls, so yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Well, very well then. And he just turns awkwardly and closes the door.
Oh,
As you now look around.
Where are you keeping your sheep, your goats?
They're in the barn
In the barn. All right.
for now.
Do we want to stake out the barn or just go drinking at the come on in?
I
Probably
mean,
don't want to drink there if you.
You work there.
Once you want fantasy hepatitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work there too.
what are you trying to say?
Well, I mean,
Is there
Rona
something
and I know the
cheaper?
right stuff to drink, but
Can we go somewhere else and drink? Yeah.
Or
Steal something
you
there
wanna
and
do
drink and
this
go
job?
somewhere else. Yeah.
I mean, it's raining.
You get the sense that this job is over for the moment.
oh,
Yeah.
right, you guys want to go
Well,
to?
we scared off those other dogs and it's raining and we can't track them, so nothing left to do but enjoy the
Yeah.
rest of the evening.
All right, let's go back to the come on in. Let's go.
But you just said.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's familiar.
Well, at least we have an inn, right?
We have an inn at the inn. Yes.
Yes. That's what I'd like to hear. All right. I think the 2 of you are living there, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Well, I mean, when you say there, it's actually the barn in the back, but it's still
Same
there.
complex. Yes.
That's like, yeah, that's there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you live next to a bar. That's pretty sweet.
And your job. I mean,
I have
that's
to
not
walk a
just
long
me.
ways.
I mean, your dad would certainly think so. Yes. All right.
Ooh, ouch. Sick burn from Osric.
He's
Osric,
slinging it.
Osric doesn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't really have the
We
social
just
graces.
help the best.
Yeah. He doesn't even realize that could
Realize.
potentially hurt his friend's feelings.
Yeah, he's still sleeping one off at home.
That's right. That's right. And dwarves have notoriously thick skin. So I know.
That's
To
true.
the bar. To the bar.
So you guys make your way to the come on in, and you walk in, and it's very, very slow. It's a slow night. You've got B slinging drinks. You've got Blackjack, who's sitting at the bar, barely keeping his head up. He's had quite a few already, even though it's only probably early evening at best. Tom is sweeping. He's always sweeping when he's not out back feeding the animals. And there's one other person that you recognize. Well, both Goldie and Rona would recognize a young worker, a human who works at the smelting house, and he's there, and he is pretty destitute looking. But his name's Herbert. And you've seen him around quite a few times. And as you come in, he kind of looks and smiles, and he says, "Hey, Goldie, how's it going tonight? You working?"
Not tonight, Herbie. We're just me and my friends were all hanging out. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get a drink from B. Yeah, he doesn't have any money again, so he's not drinking here. So there's that. Yeah. Hey, did you hear about what happened over at Lazaire's house? You guys
Where?
would.
What?
So you guys would know that Lazaire's house is sort of this, I would say, kind of swanky, luxurious club down in the main square, a little night spot. There's gaming parlors inside. Dragon Chess is like the game that gets played here, like with a fervor. Lazaire is the proprietor of the place. It's very difficult to get inside. There is a sizable and capable bouncer named Surly. Named Davin, who is Surly. And Davin, they keep the riffraff out of here. It's pretty fancy. And you also know that it's oftentimes where folks, out-of-towners, will go to play a game of chess, to maybe rub elbows with some of the local elite, perhaps. But yeah, as you are hanging out at the come on in, you get this information, as it were, from Herbert. Like, yeah, did you hear what happened over there? I guess one of those adventurers that's here, those ones have been hanging out for a while, talking about adventuring the cairns and looking for lost treasure and all that shit, like it ain't already been looked for. Yeah, I guess someone made off with his dragon chess set, like a real fine looking one, like elvish make. You hear about that? They're offering a reward.
You got past Davin?
I guess so. I don't know.
Must be pretty stealthy
I guess.
and ballsy. Like, why would you steal from a place like that?
Well, they stole from the guy, the whatever. I don't know what his name is. The adventuring guy, hoity-toity, what magic user or something. I don't know, but apparently he had a pretty fine dragon chess set. Like I said, elven make in the works, man. It's probably worth a lot of money. Someone took off with it, probably just to sell it and make some cash. You know how it is. They're offering a reward.
Did you say that magic users is offering a reward?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
How much?
Don't know, but probably pretty good. I mean, if it's worth. Yeah, they're off. This is Blackjack. They're offering them 20 gold pieces to recover the dragon chest. That's 20 gold.
That's better than
Believe it.
2.
How you
Yeah.
doing, kid? You get out there and find that dragon chest set, Goldie. You could do it. You could do anything. You ever heard her sing? Like a goddamn bird.
I don't know if you heard, but we found that beast that's been killing all the goats.
No shit.
Yeah, we tracked it down, killed it.
Totally.
Herbert's like, I think that's called for celebration. How about a round of drinks, huh, B? She's like,
And
Some
some
kind-
music.
Some kind of large wolf canine creature had goat in its stomach.
hey, good job. Did you get paid? Old loose bottom?
I mean, he
After some persuasion.
Oh,
yeah.
we got paid. We got
he paid us some money.
Good. You know, your dad owes me a bit of coin.
Oh, I haven't seen him around in a while.
Yeah, neither have I. But you tell him next time you see him that he needs to make good on his debts. Don't worry, I ain't calling the constable or nothing, but it would be nice to get
Well,
paid.
you know where to find him.
I can barely keep Goldie and what's your name again?
Me?
Yeah, you work here, don't you?
Yeah.
Do we pay you?
No,
I can't.
not yet.
Okay,
I haven't worked here long
I'm
enough.
sorry I brought it up. That's the kind of operation we're running here.
Yeah.
We got Tom
Ro-
over there
Rona.
sweeping. Tom looks up, just waves. Oh yeah, Rona. Yeah. You're Goldie's friend, right?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Roommate,
look,
too. You know, we both live in the barn, right?
and you haven't paid rent in a while. I'm just saying.
Well, if somebody's working for free, I feel like that's fair.
You know, that's a really good point.
I'm smart. I can be smart.
You are.
plus, plus protection. I mean, you've got protection.
But from the
Right.
cult? Aren't you one of them Ouija-ass cultists?
I am not Weejas. She's the ruby sorceress. That's not me. Clearly, although this is the beauty mark of Weejas, if you had noticed. But no, yes, I'm a Jesden. Yep, I'm with them. We keep your streets clear.
Ah, well then, thank you for that. And Doc Shoulder, thank you for some advantages for our players. Also, I failed to mention that Scottish Jeff also hit us up, each of us with an advantage. So thank you, Jeff.
Dope. Thank you.
We'll need it. I need it. Rona needed it.
Yeah, she could have used it earlier.
Yes.
Nevertheless, maybe you ought to go take this job then, Goldie, and maybe make some coin. And I don't know, if you pay rent, then maybe we can pay your friend to work here. Kind of like, you know, a whole ecosystem of coin just kind of stuck in the spin cycle here.
Erase the GDP of the whole village here.
I think a lot of people in this village are doing pretty good by the looks of it. I mean,
what's this adventurer's name?
Kellic, I believe it was.
What does Kellic look like? Do you know?
Is the one with the mustache and the.
They're easy to find.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been here.
Yeah.
He's the one missing the chess set.
Missing. Sounds like it was stolen, but yeah, he's the one that's offering the reward. Herbert's like, hey, if you guys get the reward and everything and find it, do I get like a cut? Because it's like finder's fee maybe, so I can get a drink.
We'll see.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Goldie.
Yes.
I heard
Alright.
that.
Oh. Should we
think we
go?
should go there.
I mean, we should get on
Oh.
this hot trail
While it's still hot. Yes.
while it's still hot. Or
Yeah.
nuke.
Otherwise, we might need our excellent pathfinder here. So yeah,
Before
I can
Rhoda
track
passes
anything.
out.
that's good. Yeah, and I can hit anything. You can track everything. And,
Yeah.
and we're good. We're going.
We have established that already, yes.
Yep.
I can kill it. I can skin it. I can follow it
Yep.
around the woods for a little while if you want. I do it all.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so you're gonna head down to Lazaire's, is what it sounds like to me. All right, cool. So
This
you
is
guys,
so much more fun than burying bodies.
people are
Yeah,
dying
what's that
all the time in this place. Apparently, it's a big boneyard.
Something with the air.
It must be.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are gonna make it to Lazaire's. Let me do this. I'm gonna bring up the map so we can kind of see what's going on here with the yeah. Okay. Let me bring that up. We'll take a look at Diamond Lake for the first time here. All right. There it is. Okay, so you, my friends, are here at the Come On In, which is right about here. Okay, you can see my cursor. Now, you were earlier up in like this neck of the woods, like up here, north of the boneyard, doing your investigation. Then you return to the Come On In after getting partially paid or mostly paid from Loose Bottom. It's an unfortunate name. And then now you're going to make it down here to the square, or like the center of town, we shall say. You're going to go to Lazaire's house right here. So there's the map. Lazaire's house is this cultured night spot, as I mentioned. It's the stone and timber construction is very distinctive. It's got a crooked peak roof, a very stylish, well kept. You can tell that this particular location probably does fairly well in terms of the clientele. You can also see that as the rain kind of pours down, it's splashing into these sort of makeshift gutters that line the roadway, but in reality, like, it's not well built. So a lot of the road is being washed away. Much of the surface of the road is just crushed gravel from the mining operations, and it's often repaired. You know that typically after a good rain, you can find a bit of work by repairing the roads. So should everything go completely sideways in this first session and you guys decide that you still need to make some money, you can do a little bit of road work, don your blaze orange vests and get out on the road and patch some holes. That's always an option. They're always paying.
Ourselves the road.
It's always entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds super exciting to watch.
Yep.
I hope there's a lot of dice rolls.
There will be a lot of dice rolls.
One
Guaranteed.
per pothole, and we
Shovel, yeah, exactly.
potholed them all, and yeah.
Yeah,
gravel
actually bury yourself in the pothole. Yeah, you don't want a critical fail on that. But yeah, you guys walk up to the place. What are you going to do when you get in front? You look up at. None of you have ever been in here. Not a single one of you has ever been inside this place.
We got to get past Surly.
Davin, right?
Yeah, Davin, who is Surly. Yeah,
Who is Surly?
Yeah.
Davin the Surly.
Likes to drink
Yeah.
Surly.
Smells a lot better over here.
Oh, this is a nice part of town. It's clear on the other side of town. I don't think I've been here very often.
The music is so much more soothing too.
it really is.
Yeah, all of
It's
a
really
sudden
nice.
kind of nice music. Yeah.
That's what music sounds.
They pipe it in everywhere. It's so amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
going in. If we were able to just walk in, that's what I'm doing.
I try to walk in.
Yeah, before you even open the door, you see the very large bouncer, Davin, step out and meet you as if he was anticipating your arrival. Where do you think you're going?
Did you have a little spy hole or something, Davin? Is that how you knew we were coming?
I have eyes everywhere.
Ooh.
What is your business? You don't.
Mona is
like
not
the
going
type
to
of-
say where she thinks he has eyes, but
We have
Yeah.
an appointment with Kellic.
I highly doubt that.
Good sir. You're speaking with a wizard who has an appointment with a fellow wizard.
You're a wizard. You look like one of them Ouija-ass folk.
Well, that is also true. Two things can be true at the same time.
Also, he's extremely important because he has a bodyguard.
It's true.
And
And
I'll, like,
which
pose.
one of you is the bodyguard? Oh, you?
Me!
Obviously.
Flex. I'm flexing hardcore.
Okay. Don't hurt yourself. All right.
that's my department.
You're bleeding. You gotta patch that up. Would you cut your finger off or something?
She has a thin blood disease. Come on, let's not make fun.
It's not the Red Death, is it? And he takes a little step back. That came
It
through
is.
here a decade or so back, took out a lot of people.
That's what happens when you
might
make
come
wizards
back.
angry.
I guess so. Look, Kellic is, how should I say, indisposed at the moment. There was an incident.
His chessboard was stolen. Yes.
How do you know that?
We also have ears everywhere.
And
I
that
said
was what
eyes.
we're supposed to go
Well,
and talk
and
to
I
him
said
about.
ears.
He called us
Ears everywhere.
come and yeah, just like wizards do,
That's right.
Mhm.
Send messages.
How about this? You have a message that you want to send to this individual. I can relay it for you. What is it?
Tell
You see-
him that Osric would like to speak with him about a job.
Osric.
A job recovering his board.
Oh, I think he would be very interested in that. Let me ask you a
I
question.
know he would.
Why don't you just go do that and then come on back?
Well,
And
we need a little bit more in the way of details, description of
not-
the board, monetary compensation, that sort of thing.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
monetary
sure.
compensation.
Maybe I
We're
can
like
help you out with that.
investigators.
Yeah, I can
We
see
all
that.
like investigators very much.
I
I
don't know
just
if you
discovered
heard.
a couple of things here. Go
we killed
ahead.
we killed that monster that's been
Uh-huh.
terrorizing the goats around town.
No more goats will
Took
be
him right
killed
out.
this night. Yes.
Oh,
Safe
monster.
night for goats.
Just us,
Gotcha.
team.
Well, I'm sure you can do quite a bit with that big axe of yours. That thing looks pretty formidable. Let me tell you, Mr. Kellick is offering a sizable reward for the recovery of his dragon chest set. You are correct there. 20 gold pieces to be exact. Now,
Very good.
that's
Some
quite
gold
a
pieces?
few. I don't know if you've ever seen that much gold before, but it's a sizable amount.
I have read many books, and I've seen pictures of 20 gold.
You can
It's
read?
a little more.
Where
than we
did you
got
learn to
for
read?
Soul Beast.
I told you, man, I'm a wizard.
Ah, yes, the wizard. So
I'm,
you're the
well
wizard.
acquainted with Alustan. Are you aware who Alustan is?
I mean, yes, everyone in Diamond
well,
Lake is.
I happen to be his personal assistant.
Okay. I guess
Your
I'll have to
face
take
gets
your word
stuck
for
there.
it.
Realize he ponders over the word assistant. What that-
That is a
Don't make
long
that
word.
face too often, Devin. Your face will get stuck that way.
Yeah.
At least that's what my mother.
That's not true.
That's what my mother says. You calling her a liar?
I'm not one to besmirch anyone's mother. That's not my job. My job is to make sure that no riffraff enter Lazaire's place. All right.
Well,
Look, 20 gold piece reward, dragon chest set, ivory, elven make. The maker's mark is on the bottom of the pieces.
You got
It's
any
a circle.
leads for us?
He's like, here, I'll show you what it looks like. And he scrapes it out on the floor with his boot. It's a circle with a triangle in the middle of it.
All right, take note of that. Was it taken from the premises?
Indeed, it was.
Well, then I think it would facilitate our investigation if we knew exactly where.
This place right here, Lazaire's house, disappeared not more than
From a
4 or 5
window, from
hours
a
ago.
room.
All of them, all the rooms have been searched.
You've been somewhat helpful.
Well, you as investigators look like you probably have a lot of contacts with the folk that live maybe on the other side of town. Yeah, some of the ne'er-do-wells. Yeah, I can
How
see it
dare
in your
you.
eyes.
Oh yeah.
How dare you?
Totally.
Well, he's literally correct. I do live on the other side of town.
You see, that's why I dare. No offense. We all have our place in Diamond Lake, each and every one of us, don't we?
That's what keeps the town moving. All right. Well, then perhaps we should begin our investigation.
I will give you one piece of information.
Spill it.
Well, there were a couple of different people in here playing dragon chess earlier.
Well,
a little bit of a
you know.
tournament was going on. I don't know who all of them were, but they were, let's just say, throwing coin around like it didn't matter much to them.
Were they playing with Kellick?
They all lost to him badly.
Were these adventurers we hear about?
Kellick is the adventurer. Yeah, he's got some friends in town. It wasn't them.
Was it them? Where do these people go? Are they from here?
I just don't know.
But you have eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
I
They're either
do.
from here or they're not.
Some of them were, some of them weren't. That's the best I can tell you.
Do you know the ones who were?
I'll tell you one thing, that none of them would have stolen a dragon chest set.
But they might
They
know
can
who
just
did.
buy their own.
Hmm.
Unless this set is special. Can't
I mean,
be bought with money.
It's clearly special.
It was very special, without a question.
Do we recognize the maker's mark? Like, at all? The circle with the triangle?
No,
Lead us
you
nowhere?
wouldn't. At this point, you wouldn't know. You might learn it. You might learn something more about it at some point, perhaps. But no, you don't recognize it.
There might be some information at the library about this particular maker's mark.
Well, be quick about it. My guess is that if it's been stolen, it's going to disappear fast, and along with it, your opportunity to, well, get paid.
That's true. That's true. Are there any caravans leading town soon?
Unclear. Caravans are coming and going all the time.
All right. Well, I'll need to confer with my associates.
Please do.
As I said, you've been somewhat helpful. Thank you.
That's what I aim for. Kind of a C average.
That's good. You've achieved. You've overachieved. All right. Kind of wave my friends this way. Round back. We should maybe start just look around the premises on the outside, since he's obviously not letting us in.
Look for open windows.
Open
what I would do.
windows, foot tracks, that sort of thing. Now that I've taught you what a track looks like, Torben, perhaps
I know
you'll be
what
a
a track
better-
looks
okay,
like. You-
there-
that was beginner's luck.
All
Yeah,
right, so you're
so
gonna
looking-
look around.
looking
Okay,
around, yeah.
yeah. Give me a wisdom check as you kind of look about. This will be just a normal check for you. 12 is your target.
Is that everybody or just me?
Anybody who wants to look can do so, and then just let me know if you succeeded or not.
No,
No.
horribly.
Oh,
Wow,
I
I
roll
rolled
a
this.
d20 and someone will see what I
Nice.
make.
no,
Oh,
you got it.
Torben, what the hell?
I
Oh,
bet we-
Rona.
There's obviously
Rona
Rona,
got it.
what's your wisdom score?
My
Bonus.
wisdom score, hang on a second. My wisdom
Sweet.
bonus is -1.
Minus
Oh,
1, so 13 is still a success.
All right.
So
Hey,
as you're
yeah.
looking about, you see that all the windows are closed on this building. The lower windows all have drapes that cover any sort of looky-loos that might look inside to see what's going on. There are one of the things that Lazaire prides himself on is discretion, and the keeping of what goes on inside the house to away from the prying eyes of other folks. But you do see some tracks, some small humanoid tracks around the perimeter, as if someone might have been casing it, perhaps.
Mhm. I point that out to the other ones. So
Good eye, Rona.
Oh yeah, good catch. I was waiting for you guys to notice that one.
see, now you can I whisper and say that they you see the tracks, like, so you can
Well, let's do what you do with tracks. See where
Yeah.
they go.
All right, you're going to follow the tracks, and it takes you behind some of the buildings, into a couple of alleyways, and then there's this small overhang where maybe there's like a rubbish pile that is piled underneath this little awning, and you can see that there's an individual sitting over there. And Rona, you probably know this individual. Their name's Percy. They
Okay.
are a street urchin. They are someone that you've seen around, maybe interacted with. Maybe had some sort of a relationship one way or the other. Maybe they had some impact on you at some point, but nevertheless, you know this person. Percy's sitting there and he kind of looks up as you approach.
Okay, I ask him, do you play chess?
Do I play chess? No. Why?
Do you know anyone who played chess?
Well, the Lazaire's house is the place to play chess, if that's what you're thinking. I don't think they're going to let you in there, though, Rona.
I'm not in for playing chess. I was wondering if you ever played chess. Do you know anyone
Nah.
who played chess?
Nah. I don't play chess. I don't know anybody who plays chess. Do you think I know people of that kind? I don't know anybody who plays chess. Why? What's all this cock about
Never
chess?
Never
Why
know.
so many questions?
Do you know
Yeah.
anyone who would fence a nice chessboard?
Yeah, have you seen a chessboard?
Well, have I seen one?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a dragon chessboard. I've maybe seen dragon chess pieces.
Chessboard. That's even more impressive. How come?
What are you complimenting me for? You want something? What do you want? What do you all want? I don't have anything. And he pulls his pockets out like dog ears. He's got nothing in his pocket. I don't know what you
If
want.
someone was looking to buy a very, very nice dragon chessboard of elven make, maybe with a particular maker's mark, where would one go around here?
Yeah. Can you?
Well, you
guide
need a
us
lot
through
of
that?
coin for something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Look,
And you see, if we can get our hands on that, that might be some coin for you too.
Oh, most definitely.
Probably.
There,
Most probably.
yeah.
coin for me?
Yeah.
Think about
All right.
something.
Look, you can't say nothing. Okay, I didn't tell you anything, Rona, or your
Oh,
friends
you told,
either.
You told me it was a dragon chest, so you already spilled the
No.
beans. So yeah, now we need to know the rest.
You guys know what I'm talking about? He looks
Yes,
at the rest of you.
we
Like,
know,
"You
we know what you're talking about. We know it the whole time. Now we're just curious to see what you can help us to get some money.
Hey, look, is this some kind of shakedown or something? I don't have any
No.
coin or nothing.
No. We are interested in giving you coin. We just want you to see what you can
So goddamn
remember about
confused.
certain chessboard.
Okay, look. I didn't tell you nothing, as in, I'm going to tell you something, but I didn't tell you?
Got it.
Hmm?
I think everyone's on board. Yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
Rona, you're bleeding a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep it pale. She'll be fine.
Okay. You'll be burying her soon. No offense.
Yeah, you should
Okay,
see the
look,
other guy.
Oh shit. All right. No, you don't need to put the pressure play on here. I was just about to tell you everything I knew. Quit bleeding all over the place. All right, look. I didn't tell you, but we already established this. That I'm going to.
I want to punch you if you don't say what you're going to say.
It takes me a while to build up. I'm nervous.
Still in Percy here.
There's 4 of you and just little old Percy.
Come on, take it easy, Percy. I'm not going to bleed on you. We're not going to do
Okay.
anything. We just want
All right.
some more information, and then we can discuss how much your cut is going to be.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
What's your name?
Rona sits
Torben.
down next to him just to show that she's on his side, on Percy's side. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Okay, look. I don't know what's going on, but Jarek. Yeah, Jarek, I guess he's been throwing around some coin tonight down at the down in Tolliver's Row. And hey, I don't know, he ain't never had coin like that before. Bought a round. Yeah.
Somebody's coming to coin.
That's right. Jarek did.
Jarek down.
But I didn't tell you, okay?
I don't know where I heard this though, but that's what I hear.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he
Do Rona know this Jarek, or has an idea of who he's talking about?
yeah, I would think probably Rona and maybe Goldie know Jarek.
Okay.
Mhm. He's another like younger street urchin, kind of in between being a street urchin and like in a gang. You know, like he's somewhere. He's what do you call that? Maneuvering, jostling to get into sort of a higher level. He's been around. You've probably had some scraps with him.
Rona gives Percy a silver piece and say,
Oh, shit, he puts it in his pocket
between
really
us.
fast.
Yeah, between us. Yeah.
Yeah. You know where his place is, where he lives down at that old fish house. Yeah, down on Tolliver's Row. That's all I know. You know.
That's all we need. Thank you so much.
I don't think he plays dragon chess though, but I don't know.
I don't play dragon chess either, so that's good. And
Hey, look.
Rona pats him on the back and
Thanks.
gives him thumbs up and time for us
Hey.
to leave. Yeah.
Thanks. And he gets up. He's like, yeah. So like, if you guys find this chess set and get the reward, like, is there a little finder's fee for me since I helped you out?
Let's not be greedy.
I don't need much. Just
I mean, you got
something
to. That'll go a ways.
And Rona blinks at him and say, yeah, don't worry. Got
He
your
blinks back at you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, just like we're not going to say where we got the information, you're not going to say that anyone was asking about it.
No, I don't know anybody that was asking
Clear.
about anything.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I was never here. You don't know me.
I really don't
Rona
know you.
realizes
What was
that
your name again?
We need to go quickly because someone will come and question
That's
him
right.
soon, and we need to be somewhere else fairly soon.
I'll make sure you get a nice plaque.
Yep.
When you get buried. All right, shall we?
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. We will need it. Yep.
All right, so where are you headed to next?
Toller's Row, right?
Oliver's Row. Okay. That is, let me bring up the map again. Let's see here. Zoom out a little bit. So if you go down past the come on in, across from the smelting house, the air is thick with smoke, and it just has this sort of like acrid scent and taste to it, as the smelting house is generally operating almost 24 hours a day. Ore is brought in, the tailings from the mines are brought here to be processed and that sort of thing. In Tolliver's Row, yep, kind of, yeah. You're up on the hill though, so you're up on this ridge line, in this Weejaw sort of commune.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still we're still reminded about Tolliver's Row when there's a southeasterly wind.
Yeah, you're in a rough place. You're next to the boneyard and the smelting house and Tolliver's Row.
Such is life.
Yep. But other than that, it's just a wonderful place.
It's a lovely.
Yeah,
the vistas
lovely.
are incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Go to where Jarek is.
Okay.
supposed to be.
All right, so you're gonna head into Tolliver's Row and ask around about Jarek. You look around, you go to some of the spots, and these aren't like places where there's a tavern. This is like a bunch of generally kind of homeless people who are just hanging out. This is a place where they crash. It's even less than Jellick's Flop House, right? Because there's a flop house in town, which is pretty sketchy. This is more like, well, these people can't really even afford the flop house, or they choose not to. And they a lot of them probably work at the smelting house. And sometimes I would think that Rona and Goldie see them spending most of their coin in the come on in. But anyways, you go and you look around. Jarek is nowhere to be found, but you do get some information that leads you to his location, the same location that Percy had given you some information about, but now you know where it is. And when we come back from our break, we will find out what happens at Jarek's place. So we're going to take a quick break. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening as we're getting into a new story and having some fun. And I thank you all for being here. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. It's time for a stinger. This is for you, Scottish Jeff. So, my friends, you have gathered some intel from Percy. You really put the lean on him, really intimidated him, got some intel about an individual named Jarek who had come into a bit of coin. After doing a little bit of investigation into Jarek's whereabouts, Rona has an advantage from Scottish Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Awesome.
As you did a little investigation, it took you to Tolliver's Row, which is sort of like the down and out area of town for folks that are down on their luck, we'll say. And you were directed towards what looks like an old dilapidated fish house. Now, long ways back, probably even before Torben, this town of Diamond Lake had a very significant fishing industry going on. The crystal clear waters of the lake That's why it's called Diamond Lake, because of the shimmering surfaces of the lake. Had a great fishery. A lot of people from the Free City would actually come here to vacation. It's kind of like the Lake Geneva of Chicago, honestly. I don't know how that worked out. But people would come here and they would get out on the water in sailboats and paddlecraft, and I bet they had stand-up paddle boards even. Who knows? Nevertheless, those days are long gone, because the lucrative mining claims and the industry that sprang up around it outstripped the appreciation of this place for its natural beauty. The place was at one point also a treasure trove, if you will, of burial cairns from a long forgotten, perhaps to some culture. Many of those items looted during that time and over the years. Now it is mostly just a mining town, and it really shows. There are some very rich people here, and there are quite a few poor people. I don't think they have unions in this particular town. So nevertheless, you have found yourself standing in the rain outside of this dilapidated fish house, which is a holdover again from the fishing era of Lake, I almost said Lake Geneva, of Diamond Lake. What, my friends, would you like to do?
So we have a location for his hovel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it almost looks like an old warehouse that's sort of like falling down.
I tell my traveling companions, we get quite a bit of business from this place.
You mean like dead bodies?
That's right. Yes. Yes. That tells you a little something about this part of town. But that's the warehouse. So maybe we go in there and ask around for Jarek.
Yeah.
Do you have a better idea?
That sounds, yeah.
Very good. Let's go.
Good idea. Yeah.
All right, so you are gonna just kind of waltz right in, and as you walk through the doorless entry into this place, it's dark inside.
Is this a known hangout for any particular gang or anything like that?
You would just almost assume that gangs are active in this area. Which one, or if it has a name or not. Though I would say probably the one gang that you're probably really familiar with is a gang that's run by a half-orc named Cullen. This would not be Cullen's turf. Cullen is sort of like on the rise. In fact, there's somebody who is often seen maybe having conversations with one of the, I would say, more influential mining magnates in this place. An individual, I would say, that is on the rise in terms of the, the politics and the interplay between politics and industry. That's Balabar Smink. Is that individual? They're kind of like one of the who's who. Now that they're not the governor mayor, Lenod Neff, but they are like right up there. Anyways, Cullen is sort of like almost henchman level, it seems.
Yeah, so moving up in the gangs is basically becoming enforcers for the mining magnates.
That's what it seems like, yeah. And in Tolliver's Row, and people like Jarek, I don't know if any of you know Jarek, it's quite possible that, like I think I mentioned earlier, that Rona and maybe even Goldie would know Jarek. He's low level, like basically just trying to get into a gang kind of thing.
All right.
And you walk in and it's dark, and you look around and there's some people in various locations, maybe standing around a small fire or sitting around a fire, minding their own business. As you walk in, people don't really pay too much attention to you as you come in. They just kind of like look and nod and then go back to whatever they're doing.
Well, we can try we're looking for Jarek and have to pay our way to find him, or I could try something else.
Would we?
Oh, something
Yeah.
else.
Some of your magic stuff.
Magic, yes. My magic tongue. Wait, no, that's not right. Perhaps maybe I tell them that maybe we buried a cousin or something of his, and there was something on their person that a family member needs to claim.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go find Jarek.
All right. So with some prior knowledge of maybe who Jarek is, as you walk around, you can see maybe some familiar faces, Goldie from the Come On In. But eventually you see what you believe to be Jarek, who often has a red, like almost like a woolen scarf that he wears around his neck, kind of like he's some sort of a dandy. And he's kind of sitting there at one of the fires, and he sees you walking up, and he's sort of like, you can tell he's getting a little nervous.
Do you look like you have buddies around?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that are sitting with him.
Or
Mhm.
do we know he's have lots of friends and he's one of these high flyers in the town or
No, he's definitely not high flyer. He's low flyer.
Yep.
What the only thing that you know for sure is that he, according to Percy, he has been seems as though he's become flushed with coin as of late, and that can oftentimes gather friends to you, for better or for worse, especially in this town. He nods, and these two of these guys get up and they kind of stand. They're a little bit bigger than you guys are. And they stand kind of tall, and they just kind of stand there. What is it? You got a problem?
Yes, we're looking for a Jarek.
Yeah, well, sounds like a problem indeed.
No problem at all. I'm just looking for a Jarek.
And look somewhere else.
Isn't that you? And I point at him.
He takes a swig off of this bottle and hands it to another guy that's sitting next to him. It looks like a fancy bottle of wine. Yeah, maybe. Depends on who's asking.
Well, the Ouija's temple is asking. Show me.
I'm not religious or anything like that, and I'm not giving out donations. Are you collecting or something?
No, it's my understanding you are a relative of yours. We buried a relative of yours recently, and there were some items that require claiming of some value.
Camille?
I believe that was her name. We don't deal in names much, but we do have the items in question, and we need you to claim them, if that is your relative.
Maybe she is, maybe she ain't.
Well, the items are either yours or they're not.
What was
Do you
they?
claim them?
What was they?
Oh, they're of some value. I can't tell you here. I'll tell you back at the temple.
Listen, either Camille was your relative or not.
Whoa. Kid, take it down a notch. One of these guys is
super
looking
puffed
down
up
at
right now too, by the way.
just chiseled.
Torben hears him call Goldie kid, and he's just gonna like back up
Uh-oh.
a couple steps.
Don't call her kid.
Yeah, maybe if I feel like it, I'll come up to the temple and talk to one of the cultists up there, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
you're talking to one of the cultists now. The issue is it is a time-sensitive matter. So you either claim them tonight or you forsake claim to them. Understand? Look, it's no skin off my nose if you don't. We'll just be leaving, and I'm sure someone else will be interested in these items. We'll probably get some good coin off them at auction.
Yeah, be gone then. I'm not interested in that.
No? Okay, very good.
Okay, fair.
20 gold for somebody else.
At the very least, I mean, wow, that was some nice stuff they had.
You think it's
Rona
probably-
looks very
probably-
happy, like she's very pleased.
Probably worth more like 60 or 70 gold.
One of the big guys looks down and he's like, what kind of stuff was it? Maybe I could help you out. I know
Heirlooms, that
Camille.
sort of thing. Heirlooms and that sort of thing. Family heirlooms.
It's kind of in
I
a
mean-
need to know type basis, if you know what I mean.
Need to know.
Like we
Hey, your
you know,
friend's
why'd you
bleeding
come
all
with
over the
us?
place. When you bandage that up or something, you're gonna get an infection.
It's my worry.
I guess so. That's respect. That's creepy. Look, he says he's not interested. He's not interested. Although I am.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I'm kind of
Rona
interested.
looks even more happy and starts walking away. Yep.
Hey, pal. Nice scarf, by the way.
What,
That
this
must
whole
be
thing?
the latest fashion over at the smelting house, huh?
that a compliment or?
Of course it is.
Oh, he's kind of a nice fella. What's your name?
Name's Torben. Why are you hiring?
Well, it's a sizable axe. You know how to use it?
Of course I know how to use it. That's why I carry it around. I don't know if you heard yet, but we just killed this beast
No shit.
on the other side of town. It was eating goats.
Goat eating beast.
Yeah.
Of
Well.
Diamond Lake.
Congratulations.
Where can I get a scarf like that?
Well, I would tell you to talk to Camille, but I think we all know what happened to Camille. She's dead.
Camille's the scarf
She's
lady.
dead. No.
Yeah, she knit this. This is a family scarf.
For oh, okay. It used to belong to Camille.
No, she made it for me, is what I'm saying.
It was
I kinda-
a
Why are you so? What's with this weird interest in my scarf? Hey.
I'm gonna motion over to his buddy that was interested in this
Nice.
stuff and sort of.
Yeah. So what do we got up there? What's he? Maybe I can influence him.
If your friend is not interested in claiming and you are, then you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
come with us and you can look at the items yourself.
Hey, Jarek, I think I need a break. I gotta go take care of something. Yeah, fine. All right.
All right, just basically trying to get him out away from his buddies.
Yeah. Okay.
And giving my companions the knowing nods. Hopefully they're getting the vibe going.
Oh.
Once we get him to a certain, we'll have a little chat. Maybe he knows something that Jarek wouldn't want to share necessarily right off the bat.
He follows you back outside into the rain.
Yeah, we'll go up, out to the edge of Tolliver's Row a little bit, and then about that point, I'll turn to him and be like, "There's actually a little bit more to this story than we've let on.
Like what? More coin? More like jewels? What is it?
No, we need some information first about
What-
your friend
what?
Jarek."
Oh man, I'm not interested in Ouija ass temple.
I grab his shirt so he doesn't get away.
He looks down at you.
He's not going anywhere.
All right, kid. All right. What do you need? You're wasting my time.
We need to know where your friend Jarek got all this money of recent. Tonight, we believe, yes?
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Does how important is this to the Temple of Ouijas, if you know what I mean? Reach into the coffers and
5 silver pieces.
he reaches out his hand to palm up.
She gives one silver piece and then waits to see what he might start the mouth like supposed to.
All right, okay. Yeah, it's true. Jarek came into a bit of gold. Why do you think we're hanging out with him?
Okay.
Bought
You
some
know-
wine.
I figured it was the scarf.
Where does it come from?
Scarf is ugly as hell.
And she holds another silver piece like
He reaches out his hand.
Who paid
she
him?
puts one silver piece in. Okay.
Who paid him and why?
All right, look. Yeah. He made a little bit of money off of some sort of job that he just recently did, like today. Some
Where
sort
did
of
that
a
job go?
Well, he must have handed off the whatever it was that he did. He was talking big, like he had a big score. Apparently he did. He got paid well.
Where did he sold it to? And then
Some
more piece.
merchant.
3 pieces. Yeah.
Some merchant. Apparently this guy was.
She has two silver pieces. I want a name.
Come on, pal.
Look. All right, fine. This guy, Ambrose. Apparently he got
hands
his.
him 1 silver piece. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. And apparently this guy got his ass handed to him by that Kellic fella at Lazaire's house, the dragon chess. They were playing dragon chess and was ticked off about
She hands
losing.
over the last one. Thank you.
All right.
What happens when you take on a
Good.
wizard?
Thank you. turns out he was talking about like putting that upstart wizard in his place, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then he asked Jarek, apparently, I didn't know the kid had it in him, to nick the chess set. And I'll be damned if he didn't do it. Made a bunch of coin. Now I'm making some coin. Everybody's happy. Ambrose, I think the last name was Thelmir. Left town maybe early evening. But, you know, I mean, if you're really hot to trot for this guy, you could probably, I don't know, find him out at Old Wayfarer's Clearing. That's the nearest and most likely camp spot. It's not too far out of town. It's kind of near that roadside shrine to Farligan.
Yeah, she takes out another silver piece and toss it over to
Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you weren't so damn bloody, I think I might even say I like you. Kind of wipes the coin off.
I think we're all getting nicknames. Bloody Rona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Torben the Tracker.
Goldie the Anchor. All right. You
The
have
high
been-
trail. Head on the high trail off to Old Wayfarer's Clearing. That's my best guess. They're headed back to the Free City.
That all seems to track, yes. As far as the way you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. He
And the
seems
guy's
like
name
he's
was,
Ambrose Thelmir.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what he looked like?
Tall, skinny guy. Real ornery. I didn't really interact with him much. All I saw was him pay Jarek and then be done with it. Jarek had myself and Ernie to kind of back him up in case something went sideways. Nothing did. This Ambrose seemed like he was a business guy. He was just real ticked off about losing so bad at Dragon Chess. Who gives a shit? It's a game, for crying out loud.
So
People
merchant
these
of some
days.
kind.
Yeah, it must be. He had
Did he have
couple other guys with him,
had a hired muscle, you would say.
I would say.
You've been most helpful. What was your name again?
It's on a need-to-know basis.
Oh, very good then.
Hey, we don't need to know.
Mm-mm. Our
We
business
appreciate-
here's done, yeah?
We
Yep,
appreciate
This
doing
is
business
done.
with you.
Thank you.
What about all that business about Camille? Was that a
all
line?
bullshit.
Yeah, figured.
We might
Okay.
have found something if you wanted to, but yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, look, pleasure doing business with you all.
Same.
Tightens up his cloak and walks back towards
Could have been
Oliver.
Next time, Rona, let me hit him once before you start giving him coin.
Oh, you can hit him anyway.
I think if we
It
go
goes
to,
against what you're
But
doing.
I cannot.
I think you
Wait,
might be able to hit somebody tonight if we make it to Wayfarer's Clearing in the next
Yeah.
couple hours.
Okay. All right. Deal. I'm satiated
Rhoda is the
already, just
worst
the idea.
thief in D&D or in role-playing game history. She
She's
hands
giving all her
money
coin
out
away.
rather than stealing.
Reverse thievery. It's reverse thievery.
Yes, yep.
Mhm, I love it. It's an interesting take on the.
Oh, but she's
Yeah.
still doing. She got 2 gold and she only handed out less than half of it. So she's still in the black tonight. So
That's amazing.
Give
All
us
right.
a minute.
Yeah, we're not done yet. All right, so you guys are going to try to head him off at the pass, so to speak. And okay. Do you have any? Are you just going to go on foot? I'm guessing you guys don't have horses and carts and wagons and stuff. You guys have, yeah, you guys are poor. Okay, so you've gathered up some information. You probably, maybe at least one of you knows where this Wayfarer's Clearing is, or at least you know where the Shrine to Farligan is.
okay. Yeah.
And so you would kind of know where to go. Takes you roughly 3 hours and moving at a pretty good clip. Like you guys are hustling to get there. You're able to staunch the bleeding, Rona, for the moment. So you can, yeah.
Why
Just
does my
for-
shirt not work for you?
Yeah.
My ripped shirt.
Did you hear about how much diligence she was putting into sharpening that sword? I mean, that thing is sharp. That's a
Yeah.
very,
Really, really sharp. You realize
yeah.
that? Yeah.
Like she nicked an artery in her
It-
thumb or
Yeah.
thumb artery. Yeah.
Yeah. That's artery, yeah.
Could be a
Little
cursed
thumb artery
blade.
injury.
Yeah.
She has a cursed blade. Yeah, she started out the campaign with a cursed blade.
Yeah.
Sounds like something we would do to Desmond. All right. So yeah, it takes you about 3.5, 4 hours. And at this point, it's well after dark. The rain is still coming down. You get to a point where you can see the glow of a campfire as the rain is pitter pattering down. It's not like sheets of rain, but it's enough to give you a little bit of cover in terms of not being heard. If anybody was there, doing any sort of sentry-like duties, that kind of thing. So yeah, you get up, you can see that there are 3 wagons. The horses have been disconnected from the wagons and appear to be grazing on some hay bales that have been laid out for them. This is a very well-used camp spot for folks that can't make it all the way to Diamond Lake. Maybe they get waylaid, or they calculate the time wrong, whatever it might be, and they can't quite make it the 3 additional hours. So this is a pretty well-used location. And the fact that these guys are using this location for their first night of travel kind of suggests that they left town quickly, and that they maybe didn't even know they were going to be leaving town right away, right? So you see this. There's a campfire. There's a couple of tents. How do you guys want to approach this situation?
Do we see anybody outside guarding?
Yeah, I would say you see you do see some people that are sort of milling about. Whether or not they're guards or not, you're not sure. But yes, there are people there that are not immediately at the fire itself. If you want to get closer, you could get a little bit better vantage point, but I would have you probably, if you want to sneak around, do like a dexterity check to do so if you'd like.
Roll, I can scout ahead a little bit.
Mm-hmm. She's
Yeah, the
real good
campfire?
at that stuff.
They got a
Yeah,
campfire
there's a
going?
fire burning. Yep, there's a fire burning. It's a full-blown campsite. It looks like the 3 wagons, multiple horses, a couple of people that you can make out their shapes from the firelight.
So that's good. We have the lighting advantage.
Mhm.
See them, they can't necessarily see us.
Yep. So Rona, you're going to scout ahead while the others kind of hang back and wait for a report. Do you want to go ahead and give me a dexterity-based check here? Now this is a sneaking, and you are a thief, which is great because you get advantage on a sneaking roll. Yep.
Okay.
As part of your class feature. So go ahead and roll with advantage. And then add your dexterity bonus. This would be a normal roll for you.
Yeah.
+2? Oh yeah, so you pass it. So yeah, you sneak up, and I'm gonna show you the map. We have a map here. Yeah, we're gonna bring up a map.
I love the map of the Diamond Lake. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah, made that incarnate.
Yeah, that was my guess that it was incarnate made. I recognize some of the houses. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Where are you? Okay, so you're probably like up in this area here. The rest of your team is maybe back here right now, on the
You have a
side.
description, right? She heard what he looks like.
The guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a tall, lanky fella, well groomed. Like, yeah, you would have a fairly unless they're all tall and lanky and well groomed, you'd probably be okay. But you never know. We don't know. We haven't met any of them yet. Yeah, we don't know. But yes, so here you are at the campsite. Rona, as you sneak up, you can see that there are 5 horses. There appears to be someone tending or hanging out by the horses here that has not seen you. There are 2 people sitting at a table. One of them, this guy here, who appears to be maybe Elven. It's a little difficult to tell from there, I suppose, but you can see 4 people near the fire as well. What would you like to do?
I want to go back and report back, say what I saw, that I saw one person with the horses and 4 other people near the campfire. So, and
Did you see the dude?
I bet that
Yes.
big fancy tent. The big fancy tent. I bet that belongs to him.
yeah, I'm not sure which one. So and they're probably close enough that if we alert one, maybe the guy at the horses, but we can get him separate. But the other ones, we probably have faced them all.
Huh?
Or should we start scaring them off?
We can either take that approach, or if you're feeling particularly sneaky, you can look in that big tent from behind, perhaps, and see what you see inside.
We can just take it and run.
Take the whole tent. Just
Take the whole tent.
collapse it
No,
and
of
run
course
with
not.
it.
Okay. If they start noticing something, you cause some ruckus and lure them away, so to speak.
No problem.
Yep.
We will ruckus the heck out of this.
Here. Yep.
Let's maybe get into the opposite side of where you are. If you're going to approach the tent, then maybe we should get on the opposite side.
I'll stay on the southern side and go around on
Maybe
that
we should
side.
get to the northern side.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and place your tokens where you would like to be
Yeah.
for this initial sort of bit. Okay, so you guys go on the opposite side there. Gotcha.
Yeah, and Rona goes around the where the trees and stuff, so she will start checking.
Okay.
Remember, you have advantage.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so she will start checking this tent first here. Then.
Big one, big one. We want the big one.
Okay,
Big
so
one?
first of all, let's get another.
Size, all of them.
There's a round
So
one.
there's a big round tent here,
Okay, okay.
and then there are four. Yep, there's four other
I'll try
tents.
the big round one first. Yep.
Okay, so go ahead before we get to that. Go ahead and give me a sneak again. So dexterity based roll, but you have advantage because you're a thief.
Yeah.
Doing some thievery type stuff. Ooh, that's not so good. As you are sneaking up to the tents, you step on a twig right about here, and it snaps. And all of these guys, the rest of you watch as this happens. They all stand up and draw blades.
I roll in quickly behind the tent.
Okay. All right. So they are on high alert right now. Did you hear something? Yeah, I think I heard something from back here.
Yeah, and then
Ambrose.
she starts running. She's ready to start running back.
Let's make some noise over here on our
All
side.
right, let's do this. Let's roll initiative. Everybody
Yeah,
roll a D20.
perfect. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative and get into this.
Roll 20 for initiative.
Yep, D20. Let's see. Let's get some tunes here. There we go. All right, I will ask you for your rolls here in just a second. Let me get squared away. I need to roll as well.
Oh my god.
We are terrible.
Okay.
Ditching these dice.
Yeah, I rolled really low as well.
I haven't rolled over a 7. all night.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
rolled like twice.
get some new dice. All right.
It's because they're digital.
Doesn't matter. When I'm a player, I
The
always,
algorithm has been
I
manipulated.
always roll terrible. Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
All
All right, so make sure that you're also adding your dexterity, and let's go 20. Anybody 25 to 20? 15 to 20? 10 to 15?
10.
All right, so we've got Osric at 10, 5 to 10.
7.
Torben got a 7.
Same
Okay,
here.
so 7 for Torben, 7 for Rona. Goldie, what'd you get?
3.
Okay, 5 for them, and 3 for Goldie. Okay, so as this twig snaps, these guys stand up, they draw blades. Osric, it's your turn first. What do you want to do? You're probably within, I would say close distance to this guy that's by this log here. So roughly 30 feet, I would say, give or take.
So right now they can't see me, so I'm gonna try to lure them, or just try to make a distraction, because that's what we said we would do.
Okay.
To get them. So I'm gonna move actually a little bit away from them, sort of into the darkness a little bit, and make a whooping noise, like some sort of creature, sort of sound as at the top of my lungs as I go further into the darkness, and see if I can draw them away.
Awesome. It sounds like they've got us surrounded. There's something in the woods over here. And this guy sort of is alert, kind of turns towards you. This one turns towards the sound as well. Let's see. So that's your turn, Oz. You're kind of drawing their attention. Okay, Torben, you're up next, buddy. I know, it was all
Really?
low rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Can I cast the mage armor before I go?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a casting. So you want to get at least an 11.
Yep.
That's a tier 1. Oh yeah, you have the
20.
natural
that
20.
means
Okay,
my
yeah.
AC is 18, baby. All right.
There you go. Very cool. All right. Good roll. You had a couple of nat 20s
Just
tonight.
in time.
Yeah.
How far?
think you
How
had
far are
two.
we away?
You're probably within close distance. 30 feet, give or take.
Does Torben think he can reach this guy on the log that's closest to them? Like, can I get all the way up to them?
Yeah, you could probably race in for sure.
Right. Not picking up on the subtlety of Osric.
Distract him.
Torben is a barbarian, and he, according to my class, he is quick to strike and anticipates violence at all times. So he's just gonna come charging out of the woods, just like and he's gonna run up to this guy and headbutt him, just like crack him right in the face.
No, wait.
All right. I like it. Yeah. Sorry, he's near, close, near, and far. Those are I was trying to remember what the different distance categories were. Yeah, okay, so you race up. Go ahead and make a unarmed attack roll. This is going to be a melee attack. So strength, roll d20 and add your strength modifier. Let me bring it up.
19 plus 3.
19, 21's definitely going to hit.
All right, and that my talent is my unarmed strikes do 1d4.
Okay, roll damage.
So that's a total of 6 damage to this guy.
Nice.
Are you trying to kill him, or are you trying to
I think his
do
idea
a
is
non-lethal?
like non-lethal. He's gonna like try to just lay him out. Like that was his plan. It was just deck this guy.
Yeah, you run up and his eyes go wide as he sees this dwarf racing towards him with a battle axe, and you just like lunge out of the darkness. You just howl and kind of launch yourself in the air and crack him on the head, and he just kind of like staggers back, and then he just slumps and falls to the ground.
At that point, I mean, Torben's probably used up all his movement, so he's just gonna sit there like, kind of like,
holy
huffing
shit!
this guy.
All right, yeah, so he's unconscious.
Or he's just gonna say something random like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
We're just camping here. What the fuck? Rona, it's your turn.
Is there an easy way for her to sneak under the tent, the canvas into the tent?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you can sneak right in.
Yep. So she has her dagger and short sword, the dagger in her hand ready, and short sword kind of, so she can draw it quickly, and then sneaks in to see if the merchant or whatever, the Ambrose, is in there somewhere.
Okay, yeah, you sneak in, and there are, it's classic. You can get like a little bit of the glow of the firelight illuminating some of the room as the flap on the front of the tent kind of is open and pulled back and secured, so you can see the people out at the campfire. You look around, there are some skins, different pelts, a bedroll that's laid out very like properly and orderly. There are some kind of like fluffy silk covered pillows. I mean, it looks pretty posh for a campsite. And there's no people, there's nobody inside.
Can she sneak up next to the door so when he comes into the door, she can put a knife to his throat?
Sure, give me another sneak roll.
Yep, the sneak roll.
And remember, it's with advantage.
Oh, hang on, I rolled another one here. We'll take the pick the highest.
Yeah, we'll go with the natural one. We'll go with the other one. So you are successful. Yeah, you get into position like right at the entrance and kind of hide yourself in a shadow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so then it's their turn. This guy's gonna run up to Torben. What the fuck? This guy's gonna race in.
Where's Jermaine?
He gets right here. This one says, you hear him say, Ambrose, get over here, stay close. And this guy kind of walks over this way, and he's kind of standing next to this guy. But anyways, so these guys are going to race in and make some attacks at you, Torben. So we'll go with the first one is going to slash at you with a short sword.
I don't suppose I can rewind and say that I went into a rage first.
You can do that on the next turn.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, here we go. It looks like that is probably going to hit. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yes. Yep.
That hits.
Oof, for 6 points of damage as he comes in and he slices the sword. He's like, "It's thieves!" And he cuts you with the sword. The other one comes in with the same sort of style of an attack, but has a natural one. And as he's racing in, he trips on a rock, falls, loses his weapon. His weapon flies into the duff, into the shadows, and he just like lays on the ground, not being able to make an attack as he's lost his weapon. And then this guy is just sort of like posted up here, and he starts kind of laughing, probably. That brings us to Goldie.
Goldie was, as soon as Osric started making the noise and running back, she for a second paused. She was going to go do that. And then she saw what Torben was up to, and she cannot resist running into the fray. She doesn't even think about her weapons. She's like in her own kind of frenzy, a non-barbarian frenzy. She's gonna run in just barehanded and punch this person. Let's see, let me get to the map. It's right next to
Whoever stabbed him.
right there. Is that the stabber? Can I tell?
I think the stabber's
stabbed
below.
him?
Yeah, this guy over here.
All right, I'll run.
This individual here is the one that is still up. The other one fell down. These two guys are prone at the moment.
All right, Short Fury coming in. And I'm gonna roll with advantage
Because of.
because I have it.
From the chat.
Okay, great. Yep, just specify. That'd be good. Yeah, so you're going to
Sorry.
use one of your advantages from the chat.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you, chat.
Yep. Thank you,
All right,
Chad.
go ahead. Give it a roll.
All right, so I get to add my strength, right? Because I'm bare-fisted.
It depends on your class. Typically, no.
Okay.
No.
Then no. It's a 13.
And a 13 is the armor class, so you hit.
Okay.
Do we add any kind of bonus to
Only if it
attack roll?
says so in your class.
Oh,
Only if your class specifies. The default is you do not.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
For damage.
I don't know what barehanded damage actually is, though.
1 point. 1 point of damage.
Okay, bam, to the face.
Okay, pap. All right.
And I'm yelling too, causing a ruckus.
I think
Obviously.
you already managed that part. So yeah.
Well, just making sure. Just making sure it continues. It's sustained ruckus.
Okay, good. Awesome.
All right. That is your turn, Goldie. You come in and give a punch. That brings us back to the top. Osric, what do you want to do?
I am gonna cast magic missile at the dude who stabbed my friend
Okay.
because we were just playing, and now
Yeah.
you went and stabbed somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so roll with advantage because it's a magic missile. Baby, that gets it. All right, and a D4. All right, that's 2 points of damage from a magic missile.
Okay. What does it look like? What does the magic missile look like?
The magic missile looks like basically emulating a flame, like a fairy fire flame bolt that comes out of the woods.
Okay. Sweet. And just to clarify, I did put numbers on these guys. So is it this number 2 that you're shooting at?
It is the guy, whoever stabbed. It's the guy below Corbin,
Yeah,
right?
number 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
number 2.
And
Yeah,
how much damage? 2 points?
2 points.
Okay. Not down. Torben.
Torben would now like to enter a rage.
Okay.
He's just gonna, he had this thing going where he was gonna pretend that he was looking for someone else, but once somebody stabbed him, it really pissed him off.
Yeah. Big time.
He's just gonna be like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?" And kind of just start freaking out. And one of the guys in front of him is the one he knocked out, right?
The upside down guy is knocked out.
Oh, okay. He's gonna turn to the other guy and just swing his battle axe at him.
Okay. Which other guy? There's two other guys.
Number 2.
Oh, the one that says prone.
Okay. The one to your right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Right here. There's a little pointer too in Owlbear if you ever need to. Could be more specific. Yep, that's okay. All right. So go ahead and make your. What are you going to attack him with? Your axe?
My axe. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no!
I do get advantage with when I'm in melee, so it is technically a 6, but I guess I miss.
Can I hold on? Can I give? I have a luck point right now because I'm lucky. I can give it? It says I can give it.
Yeah,
to another
sure.
player. Torben, would you like my luck point?
I would love your luck point.
All right.
We'll
So
give it
go
to
ahead and re-roll.
So,
Do some
Dave, part of
magic
my
with that.
rage is I have advantage on melee attacks. Do I
Yep.
get to re-roll
For 3
with
rounds.
advantage, or do I only
Yes.
roll once?
Yep, it's a full re-roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Come
Absolutely.
on, DD dice. We can do this.
Uh-oh.
Wasted.
Oh my God. There goes your luck. There you go. That's what happens when
No,
you're
you
nice with your
can't.
luck
What
point.
is going on? This is
That is
this is
real
rage.
bad.
Wasted. That's it. That's it for you, Torben. You're cut off.
Yeah, you are. Hey, at least you didn't get a natural 1. You got a natural 2. So you don't like lose you don't break your
I don't
axe or
my
lose it or
axe,
anything.
break it,
Yeah,
or hit somebody else.
exactly. Yeah, but you do miss the attack. But do you want to do anything else? Do you want to run away or do you want to say anything?
Run away.
Run away, run away.
No, Goldie is over here, so he's not going to just run off without.
Yeah. And then also keep track of the you have 2 more rounds of rage. You'll need to keep track of that because I probably will forget. All right, so that brings us to Rona. Rona, you are inside the tent. What do you want to do?
Do I see enough? Do I see an obvious place? Meaning, do I see the dragon chest somewhere? Obvious.
You look around inside the tent, and there are belongings that this guy has in here.
I'm not going to do a thorough search. I'm just going to very quickly. Do I see it like just looking around 2 seconds? Otherwise, I'll run out and.
You do
and
not
grab
see a dragon chest set, but you do see a box.
I'll grab the box and then I run out and try to backstab Ambrose. And then I drop the box behind the table, so it's kind of hidden. So if he,
Okay.
And then I'll draw my sword and just get to him. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You can do. You run out with the box, drop it as you come around the side of this table.
Take the sword and dagger and get to him. So, yep.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make your attack, please. You're getting a backstab. They are unaware of you, so if you hit, which you do, you get to roll an extra die of damage.
Oh, awesome! So
nice.
that is a D6, I guess.
What are you using to attack with?
No, my short sword, so a D6.
Yep, short sword. Yep. So roll 2d6 instead.
Yeah, 2d6 and roll.
Mm-hmm. 9 points of damage. Yeah, you run up and you bury your dagger in this guy's back, and he just kind of like doesn't even know that you're coming, and the hit is so good it like cuts right through his spinal column, and he just like starts to topple backward and fall like into your arms as you and he kind of like turns and looks at you and sort of reaches up and sort of like puts his arms around you as he kind of slumps down, and he goes, why? And then he falls to the ground.
Says hi. Yeah.
Telex.
Oh no.
Yes. That's the Anna we all know and love. All right. Yeah, he is 100%
Yeah,
dead.
I look at the other guy, the guy with the horse guy there. I stare at him while I'm wiping my weapon off him, and I'll stare at him like you're next.
Oh my God. Okay.
Confidence
This is my
builder, like
roommate.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your roommate.
no.
Just knife the
Holy
guy.
shit. All right, so it is their
Poor choice.
turn.
So I tell him like you run or you next.
Yeah,
Job,
yeah.
Job's over, guys.
yeah. So I'm going to yeah,
Drop
this
the
is
mic.
that was pretty freaking
There goes
awesome.
your payday.
Let's see. Give me 1 second here.
We're gonna have to bury all
I'm gonna
this
make a
stuff.
morale
Hide all
check.
the evidence.
I think
Yeah.
Rona's the captain now.
She has had
She's
one
a
luck roll.
stone cold
Look-
killer.
Look into
All right.
Rona's eyes.
So I'm gonna roll a with disadvantage. I'm gonna roll a morale check. So basically, they will flee if they fail this wisdom check, and the DC is a 15. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage, meaning two d20s, and they're gonna take the less of the two. So let's go ahead and do
First
that.
blood to cold blood. Yep.
Yeah.
This adventure.
Disadvantage. An 8 plus some things that don't beat a 15. So this guy here, he's like, hey, whoa, everybody just be cool, be cool. We're not here to die. You've already killed our boss.
Yeah, we want the dragon chest.
He lowers his sword, and actually he sheathes his sword, puts it back in the scabbard, and he steps back. The other guys just sort of like put their hands up and just
You
sort of take a
stole it.
step back.
We want it back.
Yeah, that's not our business. It's in the tent. Just take it and go.
Okay. Can you go and find it for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Just everybody relax. Tell the guy who's frothing at the mouth over there, the dwarf guy, to just tone it. Just chill out. Nobody else here needs to die. All right. Everybody cool. Everybody cool.
Rona is waiting for him to get into the tent.
I'm coming to the edge there, and
Yeah.
I see that my buddy Torben is injured, so I'm gonna do some stuff. If we're still in initiative, let me know.
Yeah, and she
No,
makes
we're
sure that
out of
you
initiative at
stand,
this
so
point.
she covers the box so the guy can't see the box, and she kicks it in under the table. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
to
steps
see.
past you and walks towards the tent, and he's Ambrose had it in here somewhere. Just give me a minute, okay? Just everybody relax. And he's in there like rifling around. You can see him. It was in a box. It was in a wooden box
Okay,
about
good. And
he
then
looks
Rona
back and it's like
smiles
yay
at him.
big or so.
Yeah.
He kind of
And
does
her,
this.
Dude, come on. And she waves, whistles at him like, dude, come on. Get out here.
Yeah.
And then she takes the box and puts it on the table. This box, you mean?
Yeah, he's got a key for it on a chain that's connected to his belt.
Oh,
There's a
Ambrose?
key. Yeah, Ambrose. He's got a
Okay.
key for it.
Okay. Austria, can you get the key and then
Oh, I'm
unlock
getting
this
the key.
damn thing?
Mhm.
Yeah. And check that it's there.
Are you guys thieves or what's going on here?
Oh yes. We are thieves that we steal
And
back the
murderers,
stuff
huh?
that you steal.
Apparently, we're thief catchers.
Mhm.
Hey, whoa! We didn't thieve
Yeah,
nothing.
You're the thieves.
Whoa, no! Let's get one thing straight here. We did not steal anything. Okay,
Why'd
we are
this guy
paid
stab me?
because you jumped out of the woods and headbutted my friend, and he looks like he's
This
dead.
belonged to an inn, the most fancy place in Diamond.
None of our business, lady. None of
No,
our
it's
business.
no longer because we've taken the business off you.
Yeah, take it and leave. Just,
Okay,
just
good. We intend to.
holy shit.
Just want to make sure
Hardly
that
okay.
Yeah,
They're
you're
like-
obviously in over your head, pal.
Well, you say it's none of your business, but do
Yeah.
you know why he took it? Was it just because he was mad that he lost?
I guess so. Yeah, the guy had a big
Yeah.
ego. I don't know.
Well,
I-
right
Do you
now,
find anything? Is it
You
there?
sure?
Is it
Hornets
there? Yeah.
nest.
Yeah, you grab the key off of his belt and you
Yeah.
unlock it and pop it open, and there's a bunch of really beautiful dragon chest pieces in there. They look to be made of
Awesome.
ivory.
Thank
They
you
almost look
so
like
much.
marble.
You're
Thank you
lucky
so
the whole
much for the
posse didn't
business.
find you guys first.
Rona happy, and then she flings a silver coin his way and
He just looks
and
down at it
walks
as
away.
it hits the ground. He just kind of looks down. He's like,
Whilst he's doing that, I'm cutting off his coin purse.
They had a big group of pitchforks and torches. And
Yeah, that's good. He has to steal from him. So yeah, Rona grabs the box with the stuff and the key and starts walking away.
okay.
Take one of the horses and
Gentlemen, you're getting off lucky.
yeah.
Yep.
But not super lucky, and I punch him in the crotch.
Ah, that was unnecessary. Oh.
I stabbed my friend.
Who camps in a
Just-
rest
we're done.
stop anyway?
We're even.
Why didn't you just approach and talk to us? You didn't have to run in like bandits. Oh
Well,
my
you-
god.
Just giving it to us?
Yeah,
No.
dude.
Oh my god.
You're the one that pulled the blade.
you realize that Ambrose is the only one we killed.
Don't try to turn this on us, man. Your friend just punched me in the.
Hey, look, you're lucky to be getting out of here alive. You guys should
Okay.
Yep.
quick.
No, we're gonna stay here the night. Just all the same. We're not going.
Okay,
I can barely walk. I gotta sit down.
Well, keep the horses is not that far, so we can.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That kid can pack a punch.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
No. Roll initiative.
Oh. Okay.
Nice doing
Right,
business with you.
Yeah.
Just
We've
go.
I think we've learned an important lesson this night.
Yeah.
Be a
Mhm.
little bit more discerning on your employees.
Okay.
I pat him on the head,
Yep.
just sort of ruffle his hair, and take.
Okay.
Poor
Thanks.
guy.
Thanks, kid. All right. Yeah. You guys have a nice night then. Oh. All right. So you guys leave these hired lackeys to whatever their machinations are for the rest of the evening. You guys are going to head back. You have a coin purse.
Crotch.
Well, one of them has some bruises where he
Sore
doesn't
crotch.
like it. Yeah, he's got some pain. There are Osric, as you open the coin purse, there are 6 gold pieces and 8 silver pieces inside of it. You're guessing that it probably was heavier before, but he probably paid Jarek quite a bit of coin to recover that the dragon chest pieces. Nevertheless, you have the dragon chest set, and you are going to head back to Diamond Lake.
Yep.
Takes you multiple hours to get there. You guys are exhausted and tired when you get there. It's probably like 4 a.m, maybe 5 a.m. at this point.
We should go and bang on the door and return the thing anyway, I think.
Yeah, let's go find Mr. Eyeballs.
That's right. Yeah. Since we're all up and probably running on adrenaline,
Yep.
we should get
We're
our
young,
goal
we're
before
young,
we go to
we're
sleep.
yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So we can
I don't
sleep.
want to
We
have
can be
a
up all
nice.
night. Yep.
any longer than necessary.
All right, so you're gonna go back to Lazaire's place, the house, I guess. And you walk up to the door, and no one comes out. Davin is not there. There's no lights on in the building. Looks to be dark.
It's pretty late, I guess.
It is
After
late.
bedtime,
All
I
right.
guess.
Maybe we get some sleep and come back in the morning.
Can we all stay in the barn tonight?
Yeah, of course. It's right, Rona. They can stay here. There.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
it's our
I have a comfy bed. I'll just I'll meet you back here in the morning.
The only
I would-
activity that you guys see right now in town is that there are some people who are walking to the smelting house. Probably like the early crew is on their way to the smelting house to start. There's also a group of individuals with shovels. The rain has now stopped. There's still a lot of heavy clouds in the sky, but the rain has stopped. And there's already a team of young people, hoodlums, urchins who are looking to make a little bit of coin by patching the roads. So they're already handing out shovels, and there's a crew boss that's over there like barking orders. And it's sort of like that weird early morning. There's like some dogs that kind of scatter and are fighting over something, and then take off as you're walking back to the barn where you go to take your rest. Exhausted after 6 hours of travel, a fight, and the adrenaline wearing off, you guys all crash in the barn.
Yeah, actually, I'm
About-
pretty probably tired.
I think
six-
we hide the
6 to
dragon
8
chest
hours.
somewhere
Yeah.
in the barn.
Hide it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily hide it somewhere in the barn. There's plenty
So
of.
just in case we get rolled in the night.
Mhm.
Morning.
Yep, good call.
I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, you never know. Okay, so yeah, you guys do a great job of getting back, and you crash after hiding the dragon chest set. 8 hours or so go by, and you finally start to wake up, and it is, probably close to 10 or 11 a.m.
We should see if they have a all-you-can-eat buffet at the.
Oh, we should
Tavares.
see if we can go and get that dragon chest returned, and then we have money for a meal.
Exactly. Oh, we have money for a meal.
That's true.
Hold
Yeah.
up the coin purse I took. I'll probably have distributed that coin by now to each of you.
We should go and get Percy a coin too, a little.
Yeah.
Go and get him like 5 silver pieces or something.
Give who?
Percy, the one that got us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much did you give us?
I don't remember what was in the gold
But-
or the
6?
coin purse.
Can we
6
see
gold.
if we can get
6
the get our reward? Yeah.
Yeah, should we? We'll divvy it up once we get the final amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Lazaire's house. It comes by the time you get there and everything, it's probably like coming up on, midday.
Yeah.
The town is buzzing with activity. There's all kinds of things going on. The sun is just starting to break through the thick, heavy clouds. The puddles are still prevalent. You can see that there's still teams that are fixing the road, and they don't look very happy. They look like they're definitely working for the pay that they're going to be given on this job. It's not easy work, and the pit boss is not super nice to these kids. Nevertheless, you make it to the Lazaire's house, and as you step up before you even get to the door to reach out and knock, Davin opens the door. Well, you're back. Any luck?
We are back, and luck had nothing to do with it. Pure skill and innovation on our parts. We have Kellick's property. If he would like to meet us down here for some lunch, I hear the steaks really good here.
Let me get a quick peek at the stuff. Just I don't want to bother him if this is just a prank.
Show him the box.
Give him a quick flash. Just open it up a little bit.
Okay.
Quick flash.
Okay. Nice
That's not
job.
code for hitting him in the nuts. by the way.
What's
Shoot,
that?
that's what I thought you said.
What about nuts? I'm allergic to nuts. No nuts. All right, wait here. I'll go get him. He closes the door, goes back inside. Probably a good 15, 20 minutes pass as you're like waiting. And you're just kind of sitting on the front porch and you're looking out and all of this stuff's happening. People are going to and fro. You can see wagon loads of ore being transported on carts towards the smelting house. You can smell the acrid odors wafting through town. But you look out over the lake, and even though it's totally polluted by the industry, it just still has that sort of serene, pretty landscape-like view. So about 15, 20 minutes pass, and you see Kellick open the door. He steps outside, and he has this robe on over whatever else. He's got some pantaloons on and that sort of thing, and he's got some like house shoes, like slippers on as he walks out. And he says, well, I hear that someone has been quite busy over the evening and has something of mine to return. I must say I'm very impressed. To who do I owe this gratitude?
To all of us.
And who are you,
Gold.
young lady?
And gold. Gratitude and gold. I believe that.
Show us the money first.
Well,
And
I
don't
like
worry about
your style,
Ambrose.
right to the point.
And don't worry about Ambrose. I cut his throat off.
Ambrose, that bastard. He was a sore loser, but I never pegged him for a thief.
Well, now he's a dead thief.
Well, we got out there and he made a move on us, so we had to, regrettably take him out.
Sure. Well, thank you very much. I do have a reward for you indeed. I appreciate that. I do have a bit of advice for you youngsters in terms of murder and the like. It's best not to go around announcing in town, especially when legal authorities, and he kind of like looks and he nods. You can see one of the constables walking by. maybe keep it a little bit under wraps. I don't need to know all the details as your, I guess I shall say, employer. Don't need to know what happened exactly, just that you succeeded in your quest, which I'm very excited.
What happens at wayfarers pass 3 hours out of town stays.
Yeah, see, like even saying the
Yeah.
location is probably, like
And Rona smiles to say you don't know half of it.
I don't need to know even a quarter of it, to be honest with you. But I do have for you 20 gold pieces, as was promised to the individuals that procured and returned my dragon chest set. There it is right there in the box. He says, you can just set that down right there. There's a little table off by the door.
Yep,
and he
you
pulls
set it
out this
down and
large
give him the
sack.
key and- Yep.
Yep. He pulls out this large leather satchel that jingles as he holds it. And he sets it down on the table next to the box. He says, I do appreciate your help in this matter. You seem to be quite capable individuals. Are you from the area, I'm assuming?
I am
Came in newly.
I'm Osric, personal assistant to Aliston.
To Aliston?
Indeed.
And does he know of your extracurricular activities?
We all need to gain our experience in our own ways.
Well said, Osric. Assistant to Aliston. And what of you? Are you bleeding a little bit? Do you need a bandage? He goes to the door and he opens up. He's like, Davin, some wet towels, please.
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah, I mean you. You're bleeding all over the place.
Well, it's kind of a bloody job at times. Yeah.
Cursed blade.
Indeed it is. Cursed blades. Oh, do I have a story for you? But maybe that's for another time. I'm not sure if you heard, but myself and my associates are in town with a bit of an interest in some of the local legends and perhaps a bit of travel about the hills in search of secrets and the like.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kellic, good sir, good wizard, no less. Me and my friends are famished, and we would love to hear tales over a nice, juicy steak.
I'm sure you have many tales to tell each other. I will leave you to it then, but don't stray too far. My associates and I intend to set out in a few days' time to investigate the Sturge Nest Cairn. We've been told that perhaps there's a bit of remaining evidence of ancients long past. Perhaps something worthy of additional tales, so to speak.
That sounds promising.
Do you know anything of the cairn?
We might.
Not on this side of the river.
We might know some information. Of course, nothing is in this life is free, as you know.
Yep.
Of course. Nor would I expect it to be. I'll tell you what, if you, after you get some food, you look famished.
Yeah, as I just...
After you feed yourselves and care for your friend's finger. Good, the towels. And he hands you a warm, wet towel, Rona, to wrap around your hand.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Torben
Now she's probably in way more places than the hand, so to speak. So, yeah.
Well, you magically healed Torben, right? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Can I? Because I don't think my life harvest does that for him. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It doesn't. You as well, young dwarf, look terrible.
What?
All that blood everywhere.
This is just a scratch.
Well, nevertheless, I would suggest that you get some rest, heal yourselves, and if you can perhaps find it in your day's work to come up with some evidence of some sort of I don't know, how shall we say, relics from the hills, I may be inclined to provide you with additional employment.
Oh, well, we'll check our calendars.
And that's when you notice an individual sitting on the porch that you don't remember arriving. Elven in nature, a woman. She seems very well put together. She's not in a robe like she just got out of bed. She's got leather armor on, high leather boots, long black hair tied back in a ponytail. And she says, Kellic, you can't rely on children to do all the dirty work for you. Certainly sending them into harm's way And he looks over and says, Tira, please, they are quite capable. Look at them. Yes,
Yeah,
perhaps.
I don't know if you've heard yet, but we slayed this monster out on
Mm,
the edge of town. It had been
well, that's
harassing farmers'
great.
goats.
And a wild dog too.
Yeah. So
Well, we all have to start somewhere. Isn't that right, Kellic? Even we did a bit of rat catching back in the day. They said dogs, Tira. Nevertheless,
this was a
if
large
you
beast.
happen to find any evidence of treasures that still remain in the hills, come to me. I can put you to work. For good pay. Not road work, at least. And he looks over and you can see these just disgruntled road workers. Very well, Tiara, it's time for a coffee. She gets up, like really lithe. She just kind of jumps up onto her feet and like it's almost like she's tiptoeing across the air as she works her way into the Lazaire's house. And he turns and he says, "Well done." He grabs the box and he walks in, closes the door.
I double check the coins that it gave us to make sure they haven't magically disappeared or something.
Yeah, there's 20 gold coins in there.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
I look at Rona and kind of look over at the elven lady and be like, get a load of her. It's how she walked in, like the breeze. I didn't even see her.
You guys think that evidence of treasures is treasures? Like, are we just gonna go find treasures?
I mean, if it was treasures, we wouldn't need his work, right? I mean, I think
why
maybe
would
I'll
we
go.
return it?
Well, maybe there's information at the library.
You're really pushing the library.
I mean, I do
Yeah,
love
what's with
a
the
good
library?
book.
That's what wizards do. They need to read books. Yeah.
What point is there in exploring when somebody's already explored it for you and written a book about it?
I would say a couple of things that you guys know, those of you who grew up here, Osric for sure, and maybe Torben, that the cairns in general, most people believe that the cairns had been picked over, and yeah, had been already looted over decades and decades of exploration. The cairn that was mentioned, the Sturge Nest cairn, you know for a fact that that has been picked over because people talk about it all the time. It's one of the closest cairns to town. But you all have some knowledge of rumors, I believe. I did seed you guys with some information. And one of those pieces of information is that there is a place that is rumored to still have treasures hidden within called the Whispering Cairn. And we will find out next week what you decide to do with that knowledge, as we are going to go ahead and end tonight's session. And we did it. We got our first session in. We're playing the Shadows of Greyhawk. And thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Nobody died. Let's go around the table and have you guys let people know who you are, where they can find your stuff. We'll go backwards the other way this time, and we'll start with Shelly.
Hey, friends. That was really loud. This is Shelly, also known as Flea Monkey, also known as Hey It's Flea Monkey on Threads and Instagram. I guess I'm coming back here next week. I didn't die, so wow. All right.
Congratulations.
Interesting with the Shadowdark rules. And you can find me on Wednesday nights over at Tithalanos' channel if you are so inclined. We're playing Pathfinder. See you guys next week.
Thanks, Shelly. Let's jump over to Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and other places around the internet. Yeah, you can find us here next week for our second session. It's been a lot of fun so far, Dave.
Hell yeah.
I like this town. I like this town a lot.
Diamond Lake is cool. It's very, very cool. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Well, glad you're back, Andy. Appreciate you, buddy. And let's jump over to Anna B. Meyer.
Hello, yeah, I'm Anna Meyer. Normally I do maps and stuff. You can find it on my website and my Patreon there. And I will not be here next week because I will be on my way to a convention next Tuesday night. So yeah,
We will miss you.
unfortunate. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, have fun at the convention, and we'll see you the week after.
In Philly. So yeah.
as long as there's a party to return to, we will see you in
Yes.
2 weeks.
Hopefully. Yep. Yep.
All right, and last but not least, we'll jump over to Jose.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jose. I am on the internet, mostly on Blue Sky now at J Ortiz Art. You can find me there, and you can find my art on the portfolio site that is in chat now. I do TTRPG art, amongst other things, do personal commissions, and play here next week and the week after.
And crafted some absolutely fantastic character portraits for our players. So thank you so much for that, Jose.
Awesome.
That
Thanks.
is awesome. Thank you for being here as well. And thanks to everybody else for hanging out in the chat. It was a lot of fun to see you guys. We're back. Tuesday nights are rocking. We've got the Shadows of Greyhawk that is going to be, we'll have a three session introductory arc. Then we're going to do a little bit of Call of Cthulhu for 2 weeks. After that, we'll be back with the Outlaws of Greyhawk, and then we'll be back for some more Shadows of Greyhawk. We had a lot of Greyhawk and stuff going on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Of course, we will be running our awesome new game, House of Eidolons, with Penborough behind the GM screen on that one. Think cyberpunk heist. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So you're going to want to be around for that tomorrow. So we'll see you all then. Thank you so much, you guys. Stick around. We are going to raid into ADH Adventures here. So stick around for the raid, and we'll see you tomorrow for House of Eidolons. Thanks a lot.